at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Kyer and Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Kyer and Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Kyer and Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. KyerandThompson.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s, and now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hannon with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
Ready to step your game up to the next level? 5P Academy is the place for any high-level 8 to 18-year-old football player. Based in O'Fallon, Missouri, we have national travel, 7-on-7, and flag football teams with professional coaches. Pre-registration for our 2025 season tryouts in November is open now. Come be a part of the championship-winning 5P family. For more details, email info@5pacademy.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
The Illinois Recovery Center is dedicated to providing precise and authentic care to those seeking help and treatment. Recovery, it's not just a goal, it's a transformative journey. At Illinois Recovery Center, you'll find an unwavering commitment to provide the support, guidance, and personalized care you or your loved one needs to rediscover a life filled with purpose, strength, and lasting renewal. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. James, I love getting emails from listeners who support the sponsors. Got one from a client of yours who switched, and you immediately saved him $1,000, and it meant the world to him.
The area that we're really having an impact on people's finances are people with drivers under the age of 25. We are seeing material savings for these types of clients, hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars per year.
James Carlton, Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net.
Stupiracy, the podcast where stupidity meets history and conspiracy.
I'm really confused. What are we doing?
With hosts Scott Rizzuto and Tim McKernan.
It's time to learn the truth.
Check out the latest episode, available now. As Riz and Tim dive into the enduring conspiracy theory that Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, is still alive.
Elvis has left the building.
From misspelled tombstones to sightings at Burger King.
You like that, huh?
Uncover the strange evidence and theories that keep this conspiracy alive on the latest Stupiracy. Watch or listen now on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. Presented by Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Visit evergreenstl.com or call Mark at 314-889-0503. And by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222 or getbc.com. Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at tmastl.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA all day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Welcome to the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton, Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. And Doug, this is the one. This is it.
This is what we wanted. We've talked about this for many months, going on years now.
Yeah, September 6th, 2024. Getting people ready for the Buffalo game, the Mariners series. City, of course, has a game.
Yeah. They've won 5 out of 27 so far. So I don't see any reason why this won't be number 6.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm. I just like the way they're moving the ball. They're attacking in a pincer-like fashion.
Pincer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think this is the game that gets it turned around. Now, maybe it's too late if you're a naysayer, but for me, it is not. I think they could go on a nice little run and maybe finish in the middle of the pack.
Jake Reynolds is an optimist, too. He says, "Morning, boys. Please have a great, safe, fun, enjoyable weekend. I want to see everyone back on Monday ready to go.
Okay.
Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. Thanks for everything." How about that?
I just feel better now. And I think if everyone were to wake up to a message like that, this would be a better land.
Amen. A better land. I like that. You can send in your messages of positivity to the Schaefer Door Company. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5. You can call in 636-9004-TMA. Kyer, Thompson phone lines. Fridays always historically our phone calls on the show. We take the exit poll. And then you can email in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com, and try to compete with some of the best in the business. And the best in the business include Buck Swope and Kevin Miller. And who else won so far this month, Doug? I know you track this on your phone.
JV golf coach of it.
Frisco Peppers.
Yeah, Frisco Peas.
Okay.
Dr. Brandon Pryor of 100 West Dental is going to be in to take 2-part questions.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
But on dentistry alone.
I don't know. All I know is I visited with him at his office. Was that Wednesday?
I don't know the days, Tim.
And he says he likes the 2-part questions.
He does.
Yeah.
Ed Herman likes the 2-part questions also. What is it with these questions?
The sponsors love the text inbox.
I guess they do. Perhaps they do. Well, I guess if you're going to sponsor the show, you know what's coming. So perhaps that means you like the 2-part questions.
Yeah. You like being a bad boy.
But keep it clean. We don't need to get naughty.
What's the point of a 2-point question then?
Well, you could ask about dentistry and then about the Cardinal lineup for next year.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of
next
thing.
year?
Yeah.
Why do you hate world championships in 2024?
Well, I don't mind them. We're not going to have one here. Someone's going to get one. It feels like, I don't know, maybe it's the Phillies' turn.
Good morning.
Hi.
If somebody wanted to sponsor the exit poll again, I could come up with like 4 or 5 questions every Friday.
There you go. How about that? The exit poll. Bring it back.
Really?
You got a question today? Something in mind right now?
I don't do it for free.
Oh.
Wake up, get your crap together, and make it a great show. No days off. It's from Mr. Smith.
It's just the opposite of Jake Reynolds.
You remember when Bill Belichick at the Super Bowl parade just kept screaming, "No days off. No days off," like 18 times in a row? Really awkward.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
Todd Reesing, not happy with Jake Reynolds. I'm going to start turning on the show 10 minutes late so I can avoid hearing Tim read Jake Reynolds' daily kiss-ass message.
We like the message. So much negativity here. To actually get someone who seems happy and upbeat, that's just nice.
Anyone want to party with me and my brother and the Hunchback tonight? Tee-hee, if you know what I mean. That's from Eric in the Central West End.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be.
Where
do you suppose they're partying?
Oh, I mean, I don't know what they
Park
mean,
Village?
so it's like tee-hee, but I don't know.
I don't know.
You meet me down at Enterprise before Jeff Lynn. I'll have a drink with you.
There you go.
Jeff Lynn.
ELO.
Okay. So you're agreeing to have a drink with a listener?
Sure. If you're down there.
Who's paying?
Well, I'm sure we can all pay for our own drinks.
Oh, okay.
I'm not buying.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Should be enough that I'm going to have a drink with you.
Yeah. Just that alone is a nice prize for someone? Just to be in your presence is the gift.
Oh, there was a text that said, "Do you want to party?" I said, "Come down if you're going to be down there. I'll meet you for a drink somewhere around there."
Okay.
Yeah, he's soliciting gentleman to meet with him and his brother and the Hunchback of Vaughan Castle. All family members, apparently.
Oh, that'll be awkward.
Kind of kink shaming, man.
Well, that's what I do. Someone has to set some boundaries.
I think both my brothers are hot.
Okay, Charlie.
Tim, can you please change my name to Eric Diedrichson? That's from Harrison's Brother Master.
No, that guy has to stay Harrison's Brother Master forever.
You don't care for him much, do you?
That's his penance, is having to stick with that
Okay.
sophomore name.
Recovering alcoholic is active. I guess this is a question for Dr. Brandon Pryor. Doug, two-part questions coming at 9 o'clock with 100 West Dental's Dr. Brandon Pryor. From a dentist perspective, is ass eating good or bad for your teeth?
Oh, these are the kind of questions he's going to get. I just know it. And he probably hasn't left home yet. There's time to stay there. Turn back if you feel you need to.
You can't get your teeth in there, can you?
Oh.
It is a mouthful, and it's delicious.
Okay, now that's 3 or 4 point question.
Boy, that was kind of Stedman-esque. How did you get there?
I have a lot of mouth drops up with dentistry, so I have
nicely done. All right, Doug. That's kind of he just explained the process. Trust the process.
Okay.
Rare compliment. Thank you. I was PLTDing like the Dickens, and Jackson's drop game has been next level. Now, that was sent in before I just acknowledged your drop game.
Yeah. So serendipitous.
That was sent in at 7:11, and it's 7:13. That's Boog from Bogey.
Ooh, I like the name Boog.
Boog Powell.
Boog Shambi.
Mm-hmm. John Boog Powell.
Yeah, it's better than Booger McFarland.
Yes.
I don't know who this is directed to. Could be any of us, I suppose. Put a sock in it, you try-hard cock. That's from caller Buzz.
Who's that aimed at?
Buzz, you can call in and explain.
Yeah, why don't you put names who you're talking to? I think he was going after Jake Reynolds, and I don't like it.
Jake is such a try-hard. Fart in my mouth, virgin, then sniff my hole, Vaughn. Hey, Tim, thanks for being here. Hope you have a great day, man. That's from Brian Henshin.
Awful.
Well, he's just excited about Anthony Richardson.
It's just a terrible text.
AR-15.
AR-15.
What would his bosses think of him if they knew that he sent that into a radio station?
I think, and I could be wrong, but Bob Burns, or was it Bob Bragg, used to call in and tell
It was the bench warmer, Bob Burns.
guys to fart in his mouth when he wrote was he writing for the Post, the Globe Democrat, or the Sun, or Suburban Journals, Kansas City Star, any of our local papers.
Mm-hmm. This is what's written by a guy who calls himself a journalist. On our airwaves.
Kind of kink shaming again.
I'm disappointed in Henshin.
If he has something that he wants to express sexually, ours is the type of presentation that welcomes it, and we want to express support for it, even if we don't necessarily want to have somebody pass gas in our mouths. But we're going to support his desire to do so, because his desire to do so impacts us in no way. But if we are to stifle his enjoyment of experiencing somebody passing gas in his mouth, why we're kink shaming and we're denying him his freedom.
Well, he can be just as weird and goofy as he wants to be. I just don't want to hear about it.
He has no shot at being a world-class journalist, columnist.
Just in general, or because of this last comment?
Because of that.
It'll come back to haunt him.
Do you think if Shirley Povich, it was way over the head of most of our listeners, well-known columnist.
It's not over their head. It's just
father of Maury.
wrote at an earlier time.
Yeah, but he well-known. Father of Maury Povich. If he became famous...
Maury Povich is old.
If he became famous and somebody said, here's some text you used to send into a radio show, Shirley Povich, Doug, I want to eat your ass.
Oh.
You think he would last?
Nope, I don't.
So he has no shot, because if he ever becomes popular, those are going to come out.
Sure they are.
Skeletons?
I'll release them.
Mm-hmm. To who? Who he release them to?
To the people that follow him and think he's a world-class journalist.
Okay.
Brian Henshin, your response, call in Kyer and Thompson phone line, 636-9004-TMA. I would imagine he's already in the press box getting ready for Anthony Richardson.
He could be.
I don't think he goes.
But if this last text goes public, he's in Dutch.
I like that.
Shirley Povich may have used a phrase like that. He's in Dutch.
Shirley Povich. Who wants the text inbox?
I believe he wrote it. Is that Washington Post sports writer? That's who he was with,
so.
right?
I believe so.
Doug, do you like this? Chapeau to Jackson on the Skelly.
Chapeau. Is that a hat?
Heard Doug's first show the other day, and he and the cat said that they only received one text in their lifetime. Tim, ahead of his time, said he prefers texting, but when he'd text Prod Joe, he'd immediately call him back. Ooh, I don't like that. That's from the birthday hawk.
I heard that this morning. I think it was you said you
September 2007, then.
You're on a 5-year sabbatical, and you came back, and all three of you were doing the show.
What were you on a 5-year sabbatical from?
We're on a 5-month, not 5 month.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, and you said, we're back. You had been in Vegas for a week and came back, and it was the first time you and Kat were back together. I think it was Doug's first show, and I think that was this morning I heard that.
Oh, is that right? How do we have that audio? Interesting. Guess Prod Joe has a few CDs. Doug,
Pretty sure when you guys were celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Inside STL.
Yes, Doug. Was that August of 2015?
I don't know the years.
For like a whole month, you guys were playing like 8-minute clips of like classic
there
audio,
are.
and Doug's first show was one of them. And so I've put a bunch of those together in 3 separate audio files. So there's TMA Classic Mix V1, V2, and V3.
You like that TMA Classic Mix V1,
I don't.
V2, V3?
Each one's like 20 minutes.
We don't need an outline form.
That also has the Rondo interview in it.
Nice.
And
I wouldn't
the
mind
Rams.
listening to that. Tennessee taking on North Carolina State tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know the schedule.
And also the Rams rules. The morning after the Rams rules.
But it's interesting that texting started in 2007, I guess?
I remember Joe Buck being on the program for, I think it might have been the Morning Grind's maybe it was Inside STL's first anniversary, actually. And he was talking about how he was becoming exclusive text, and that would have been August 2006? August 2006, probably?
I don't know the years, Tim.
Right after the Cardinals had acquired Ronnie Belliard.
That's how people mark texting time. That's Belliard's career.
Cardinal infielders.
Yeah, deep in the hole. Was that game 1 against the Padres?
Great play.
Yeah.
He always had his tongue out. In 2007, Americans sent and received more texts than phone calls for the first time in history.
Okay.
Not that.
Do you remember your first text?
Probably a cockpick.
Oh!
I would hope.
Could you even do pictures with the first text?
Probably not.
My dad got me a flip phone with a camera and a job.
It was in parking lot. It was T9 texting, right? That was.
Oh yeah, that was a whole thing.
If you wanted to send like a 3-sentence text, it would take you a while. You have to hit the button.
Yeah.
Then you go over too much. You have to do it over again.
Start over. Yeah. Well, you wonder where it will go from here. How much better phones can get.
I don't know. Talk to text is about. It seems like that would be the.
Needs to be
the
improved.
zenith.
Yeah. It needs to be improved too, because sometimes.
I mean, microphones, as you've talked about before, are fickle.
It took me forever to get my first phone. I just didn't want one. I didn't get a phone until I went to work for Simmons, which was that group out of Austin that bought 1380. I think it was 1380 ESPN at the time, and Dave Green was my boss. And that's the first time I got a text. First time I got a phone. Because Dave said, you need a phone. We need to get a hold of you or something. I said, I don't want a phone. So it took me forever to get a cell phone.
Well, you have to have one now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that I know anyone over the age of about 12 that doesn't have a phone.
Right. I have a question about days gone by. So when you
Doug, that is the category for today here in the Munganess, St. Louis
Days
Acura,
gone by.
Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Days gone by.
I have a feeling the answer is going to be Shirley Povich.
So when you would have a home phone, obviously people were calling the home phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't there, you left a message. But when the advent of the car phone came around, if someone didn't answer their home phone, would you then try the car phone on the off chance that they're in their car?
Yes, I think so. That's a nice question from Days Gone By.
God, that's
that's it.
So it's like, oh crap, Tim didn't answer. Let's try him on his car
Absolutely.
phone. So you'd have to have 2 different phone numbers for people?
Absolutely.
Wow.
But yeah, you did. But before cell phones, not a whole lot of people had car phones.
Right.
There was a few.
But did people think that was going to be like the big thing? Was like every car was going to have a car phone?
Doug, let me take you back to Mrs. Colette Walsh's class in 1988 at St. Gabriel's.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I guess it was, now looking back on it, we'll talk more about it on Balloon Party. I guess it was a class to encourage entrepreneurial vision. And also we would talk about the 7th grade basketball tournament. So it was kind of a 2-pronged syllabus, if memory serves. And she brought in a gentleman, I think he was from AT&T, but he might have been from Sprint. Couldn't have been Southwestern Bell, because St. Louis leadership chased them out of town. It's worked. It's worked. That he was speaking to the class of 11 and 12-year-olds, and he said, so my next responsibility is to not convince customers that car phones, not cell phones, nay, car phones are not a luxury product. They're a necessity. I specifically remember that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think he did his job.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about that.
But
that
now,
all started in a classroom on Tam Avenue in 1988.
That's where it started. No one else had ever
all
thought
you
of
seventh
it.
graders went out and bought car phones.
That's correct. We invested, actually.
And
My
now,
dad invested my trust fund.
Fast forward to 2024, there's a push to ticket all of us who use a cell phone in the car.
I am all for that.
But now with the CarPlay and stuff, like you can just have your phone and call people right from your car, and you're just talking in your car. It's so much safer than
That's correct. Yeah.
safer than holding it up to your ear, for sure.
Well,
But
reading.
just-
The issue is when I see a nitwit situation during the day, the nitwit is looking at their phone and driving.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, they're reading it, but
Or texting, I suppose.
but you can like get a text, click on
Right,
it,
and you can talk to text or take the call, and you don't have to look at your phone.
right, and the voice will tell you what's on your text. Although sometimes that can get a little
dicey.
Yeah, if people use
Although,
slang and stuff.
even with that, and it's much better than holding the phone to your ear, of course, you still take your eye off the road for a second or two to click the buttons in your infotainment system.
Yeah. I
Some
mean,
cars being more difficult to deal with than
right.
others.
But it's a difference of peering down to my cup holder where my phone is, and peering down like a half inch to where my system is. Like it's literally right under the windshield. So I think that is probably the best step, the greatest bridge. You know.
Yeah, that's not enough to really take your eye off the road. I mean, how long is your eye off the road when you change channels on your radio station?
Right. I
You
think
still
it's,
have to look and change, and But if people start texting, they're looking at the phone. I got time, and the next thing you know, you're in a ditch.
Yeah. Well, that's where Brown and Crouppen comes in. If someone did that to you and smashed into the back of your car, and Brown and Crouppen deals with this kind of thing all the time. Maybe you've been injured in an accident like that. Wasn't
What a
your
weave.
fault. The guy behind you wasn't paying attention. He was texting is what he was doing. He was talking on his phone. Didn't pay attention, rear-ended you, and now you're hurt. What are you going to do? What will you do? I'm going to tell you, you're going to call Brown and Crouppen at 314-222-2222. Now, if you're worried that it's going to cost a lot of money just to make the phone call, see if you have a case, well, you don't need to worry about that because they give you a free evaluation. You'll call that number, and they'll talk over your case, and if they have it, if they think you got a good shot to win, they'll take you on as a customer. They work on a contingency basis, so there's no upfront costs at all for you. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid, and they won more than $1 billion in compensation for their clients. At Brown and Crouppen, justice is their business. So if you've been injured due to someone else's negligence, this is the company you want on your side. If you think you may need Brown and Crouppen services, call them at 314-222-2222, or you go to brownandcrouppen.com. Make sure you let them know you heard about it. Here on TMA, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Past results are no guarantee of future results, and every case is different and must be judged on its own accord.
Doug, you want to guess who I met yesterday?
Can I have initials, please?
KM?
KM? Carrie Miller?
No, I would love to meet Carrie Miller.
Kurt Muskoff?
First name is correct.
Kurt McGuire?
No, I don't know him. Good guy, I've heard.
Yeah.
Kurt Millifee.
No.
Kirk Minifree.
Kurt Menifee.
Neither of you guys got his name right.
Oh. you met Kirk Manning.
Brother.
Second letter, last name.
U.
M.U. Kurt Muller. How's Kurt Muller doing?
Is he with L'Habitat?
Kurt Mussingwell? Third letter, please.
N.
Munson. You met Kurt Munson.
Brother of Thurman?
Munson?
No, I didn't.
Munsing where?
Nope.
Fourth letter, please.
G.
Munganesk. Kurt Munganesk.
That's who I
You
met.
Kurt Munganesk. Oh,
I did.
You hadn't met him before?
I hadn't. Peter.
Oh, yeah.
I think we met him at the Christmas party, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jamie Burkhardt, of course. But I met Kurt. Was at the Pro-Am for the Ascension Charity Classic, getting underway. Balls in the air? Balls in the air? Balls in the air?
I don't know when balls were in the air.
8:30, I believe.
8:30, balls in the air. Had a chance to talk it over with him. And, Doug, I think you would appreciate this. You're a big Winston Churchill guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Polarizing figure in history.
Apparently, in a history lesson we received a few months back.
Jamie Burkhardt sent me a text, and it was just an image of Winston Churchill and FDR sitting down. And then the following text was, Peter mentioned you and Kurt met today. And am I to take that I'm FDR and Kurt's Winston Churchill, or Kurt is Winston Churchill and I'm FDR?
Two great minds,
right?
Separated only by an ocean, getting together and talking over their putting. Is that what happened?
I conducted a chipping seminar.
Did you really?
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm FDR. I don't know.
Harkens back to Mickey Carroll's impression of FDR.
Oh, wonderful! What a delight. then he brought in Eleanor. Yeah, it was great to see Peter and Kurt Munganess yesterday at the Ascension Charity Classic. They did win the Honda Classic Pro-Am in 21.
Oh, they won it?
They won it. They did. Yeah, 21, 22. Delightful gentleman. Very grateful for our audience's support. And I said, no. We're grateful for your support.
Mm-hmm.
It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour here on TMA, presenting sponsor of Balloon Party on 101 ESPN, and official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. Online at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com. And if you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, you can go shopping right now just by going to stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com. And if you need to get your car serviced, do so with the great Ryan Seiberg in the service department at Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota. It's Munganess, 7 o'clock hour sponsor here on TMA. Jackson, you're getting compliments on your chapeau? I mean, was that brought up earlier? There was a chapeau, but I think it was a chapeau doffing. It does look sharp.
Yeah.
Well, the Jackson's, and now he's...
I love the rope hat.
It's a sharp look.
It is.
The stepdad cap was sitting here. My trucker cap is gone.
Who took the truck?
Doug, you would never wear a trucker cap. Iggy, you would never wear a trucker cap. Did this get gaffled?
I don't know.
One time gaffled him up.
I don't know. Is that one up for grabs? Because I like that one.
Stepdad's available.
The blue one, I like that one.
Get in where you fit in, fools.
Cool.
Here, I'll toss it over to you.
So Chairman, you didn't happen to take the stepdad, or no, the trucker, did you?
I did not.
So somebody just swiped it. We came back from...
I don't know.
What were we doing? Balloon party or meeting or something?
Balloon party.
Yeah. And I go, son of a bitch.
It was gone.
Yeah.
Who would just take it?
I have no idea. When we looked around, yeah, I'm telling you, this is a hotbed. And I noticed, by the way, they've changed the door handle here, so we can't, or whatever, the cleaning service, I guess.
Right.
Jackson likes to blame the blue-collar people.
The little guy.
Well, it's either that or that damn Rivers trying to block out.
Oh, Jamie Rivers did it.
Yeah, he's like, this will stop him. He's like, I'm hearing a lot of the noise coming down the hallway, and I'm gonna.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I got the lowdown yesterday because I came in after editing, and the little white-haired gentleman who doesn't like the fountain was in here taking a lock out. And I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "They told me they wanted the locks out." I said, "Well, probably because we don't have a key and was locked the other day." He goes, "I gave him 2 keys yesterday."
Who got the key? When he says them, who's the direct object?
I don't know who he gave it to. He said,
Suspicious. That's who probably stole the hat.
Yeah. Maybe Marshall. Said I gave Marshall 2 keys yesterday.
Well, he's only the chief engineer.
So they came on, they took the lock out. So.
Well, like, why do we need a lock? Like, the studio shouldn't be.
Yeah, you really
locked.
don't, but.
Well, whoever has the hat's at least advertising the program.
What?
Whoever took the hat at least is advertising our program.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying, like, why would our door ever need a lock? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless we were, like, doing, like, some sort of bit where it's like, we can't leave until we give 18 takes.
Maybe for security?
Lock the doors.
No, there's nothing in here unless you want to steal a couple of bobbleheads and a trucker's hat.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody did accomplish that. But you can get yours without having to steal it and going to jail for years. TMASTLshop.com. The hoodies are available, and the hats are available along with T-shirts. Chairman Kurt is, you're designing Missouri shirts as well, right?
Yeah.
The hoodies?
I'm hoping to get some Mizzou stuff out here pretty soon.
All right.
I got my hoodie on today.
It looks good.
It's a sharp look, isn't it?
Yeah, now you were, and this is a medium too.
So did the medium work?
Yeah, I didn't think the medium would be too small, but it's nice and It's perfectly for
I can't recall
medium.
if I have a medium or a large, but I
You
don't
have a
think I would have. I do?
Mm-hmm. We were doing size comparisons.
Ooh.
Topless?
Bottomless.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan, Billy Bixon, TMASTLshop.com. Get your wares. That hoodie is the bee's knees.
So comfortable. Too.
It
This
is.
material is great.
No, I don't know. Doug, what is that, silk? Is that silk?
I don't know. I don't think I've touched one.
Is that silk?
I doubt it's silk.
No, it's very breathable
Okay.
and very nice on the skin.
You wearing a shirt under that?
Oh.
No, I don't wear shirts.
Oh.
Gosh,
I don't
scandalous.
I don't sweat.
Scandalous. Chairman, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Your links today are choice.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, Doug, it allows for a Sadie Hawkins,
Does it?
and you're going to be able to pick from the links that were
Okay.
sent. Who should I spend my golden years with? My husband or my younger lover? That's from thesun.co.uk.
We've all been in that position.
I agree. So it's relatable. Whereas we are no longer relatable because of our wealth.
Yeah.
The topics we bring up are, but we come at them from more of a nobleman's perspective.
We try to get down in the muck with the little guys.
Yeah, Jackson kind of shows his hand sometime when he talks about locking out the maintenance staff.
Yeah.
Accosting them.
Gen Z fantasizes about both monogamy and kink. That's on Mashable.com.
They fantasize about monogamy?
And kink.
Does anybody really fantasize about monogamy?
I don't think so.
Ah, missionary.
Why would you have to fantasize about it?
Lights off.
You can control that.
Oh, resentment. Ah, Cold War, year after year after year. Ah,
paint
half
such a
my
lovely
assets,
picture.
all I worked for. Oh, give me more monogamy. I'm not going to be able to last any longer if you keep talking about monogamy. PSA, eating alone is actually chic AF. Here's why more people than ever are dining solo.
Okay.
And what's the source on that one?
Looks like a picture of Sarah Jessica Parker. Did she write this? Oh, Betches.com.
Yep.
Oh.
You like Betches? You ever get a chance to read?
No.
Like their app? BDSM fans can gush over their fetish that leaves them bursting with pleasure. Next link, that was metro.co.uk. This is also metro.co.uk. You won't catch me trading household chores for sex.
No.
That, of course, is alluding to Katy Perry's
Katy Perry.
comments.
Yeah.
I was surprised that really took on as much.
I did too. I didn't think. I guess just her.
For the
saying
record, we're
that-
talking about it like people know we're talking about it. She did. Doug, do you listen to Call Her Daddy?
I don't.
And she was on Call Her Daddy and said that if her well-hung husband or gentleman lover, I don't know if they have a Kurt Russell Goldie Hawn scandalous living in sin arrangement, but either way, if he does the dishes and she comes downstairs and sees that the house is all cleaned up, she's going to S your D. You have had your mouth full all morning, sir.
Oh, gosh.
That kind of money. The husband's got to do dishes. They don't have a maid.
Well, if the wife is making about $50 million a year, he'd probably do just about anything for her.
Get a maid.
He's probably still cashing in that Pirates of the Caribbean money.
Maybe that's just his way of showing her that he loves her.
That's his love language.
Yeah.
And also, he knows he's going to get oral.
Who's she living with?
Orlando Bloom.
Yep.
He's not doing dishes.
Well, we don't know that.
There's no way Orlando Bloom is doing housework.
They're just normal people like everybody else.
We didn't have to read the link.
Celebrities, they're just like us.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I mean, some of them, I'm sure, have
I'm sure with the size of him,
hired
she's-
help to do every little thing. But
Hold on,
others-
Iggy's going to talk about how big Orlando Bloom's ween is.
Well, he's hung.
See?
So if you're that big, she wants that anytime she can get it. You don't have to do housework for that.
Because he had like a nude
Doug,
leak
you've seen
or
his
something?
Orlando
I
Bloom.
have not been in their house.
Something came out. I don't know
But
if
do
it was-
you, if you're a celebrity like that, do you want a housekeeper in your kitchen all the time? Do you want the hired help in your house at all hours of the day?
That actually is what I was thinking when Iggy was saying have a maid. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's actually interesting. Steph Curry has a new show on Peacock out, and they were doing like this interview with a guy who is like his manager, and they said Steph has a 5-minute rule where if he's trying to figure something out in the house, you have to give him 5 minutes to try to figure it out because he never wants to get to a point where he's being babied, like where he doesn't know how to do anything and needs all the hired help he has to do things for him. So it's the 5-minute rule. Like if he doesn't know how to work the TV, you have to give him 5 minutes to figure it out.
All right.
Let's go to Billions in X. He's got his own chef.
Now you're talking about a TV show.
Well, but a lot of people have this who have money.
Not a lot.
You have a chef, he cooks you dinner, and he cleans up afterwards. By the time you're eating dinner, he's gone. And the house is clean.
Again, that's a TV show. And it looks
There's
nice
a lot
on
of
TV.
people that have chefs.
There's
Doug, what
probably
percentage of our audience has chefs?
Rich people.
less than 1%.
Mr. Licks just texted in. Here we go. This will give us a perspective. Yes, you don't really see them because they have separate quarters. See?
Oh, gosh. If I had all the money in the world, I would not want a bunch of people in my house all the time.
Not a bunch of people.
I don't want someone in the kitchen in the way, or in the family room, or upstairs in the bedroom cleaning all that. I just wouldn't want it.
Well, they do that during the day when you're not there. At night, clean the dishes. They're cleaning the dishes in the kitchen. You're not standing in the kitchen. Hurry up and get done. We want to stand here. You're in another part of the room. When they're done, they go to their quarters, and Licks is right. Most housekeepers and that have their own quarters.
You're talking about less than 1% of the American
Well, I'm talking about Katy Perry.
Do the dishes, you twink. I'm sure that she has people that help around the house. I'm sure. I'm just saying I wouldn't want them there all the time. And the fact that he's going to pick up a plate every now and then and put it in the dishwasher, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Well, that's not worthy of oral. Taking a dish and putting it in the dishwasher.
This is interesting. Former fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette says their bull cooks dinner for them. That's kind of good.
Their bull?
Yeah.
Well, he's staying there afterwards anyway, so he's
Right.
not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good gig if you can get it.
Yeah, to be a barbecuing bull.
So he's got to rustle up some chow first.
He has the potential to be a great bull.
Now, if somebody would have hired me as their chef, I'd come over, I'd cook dinner, I'd do the dishes, and I'm gone.
They wouldn't be in the kitchen, you simpleton. They stay in the dirty kitchen. Act like you know a thing about wealth, Doug. Mr. Licks is getting frustrated.
Sure. This goes on all over Orson Woods, I'm sure.
Well, there's a clean kitchen and a dirty kitchen.
I don't think so, no.
Even the wealthy don't have two kitchens.
Well, now that may not be true. I've seen homes with two kitchens.
What about the kitchens with two ovens? Why does anyone
A
ever
lot of
need-
them have two ovens.
What's the deal with that?
So you can...
Jackson's trying to be relatable here.
Yeah, so you can cook two things when you have a lot of people over.
Okay.
Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever.
All right.
The only reason Licks knows about this is because he is the servant. That's from the Orson Woods Wacko.
That's probably true.
Good story about Steph Curry, Jackson. Maybe try again. Nobody cares about the NBA. That's from Harrison's brother, Master.
Nobody cares so much that, between Steph and Jokic, that's like the entire Western Conference payroll for the NHL.
Oh, you went against the NHL again, Doug.
Yep. Leon Draisaitl, the best player in
Not
hockey.
the whole conference. It's like maybe one team.
Sure. You can be in your 12th year averaging 5 points and make more money than the best NHL player.
Why are you Welsh shaming just because you're from Olivet?
You want to say nobody cares. Literally nobody cares about hockey.
Oh, now that went too far.
Unbelievable what just happened. Wait till we
cared
play
about-
that clip on Balloon Party.
We cared about St. Louis. We cared here when we had a Stanley Cup parade down Market Street.
Yeah, it's big regionally.
Oh, gosh. I could see Jamie Rivers busting through the door right now.
I could too.
Truth hurts.
Keep trying to slide him a lifeline to get out of this.
Truth hurts.
Do we have sound of Katy Perry saying that?
We do. Well, I mean, it's out there, but I don't know
may use
if it's bleeped, and I don't want to.
Doug, can we say that on FCC? You monitor
I wouldn't
FCC
think so,
HD2
no.
regulations from the commission.
I wouldn't think so,
Yes,
no.
Sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation.
You can say
Orientation's the wrong word.
one or the other, but you can't put them together when you're talking about sexual.
It's a fake story, so she sounds relatable on a podcast. That's from Bill Reloaded.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
You don't think she's enjoying?
No.
She probably is, but not because of dishes.
Yeah. She just said it to be funny.
Jackson, if you go to Twitter and search Katy Perry, the TMZ post, it is bleeped out.
Okay.
It's about 45 seconds.
There we go.
I got it right
Doug,
here
we're gonna
for
be
you.
able, We're going to be able to enjoy it.
I literally had that up, so thank you, Kurt.
One of my love languages is acts of service. So it's like if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your socked. I mean, like literally, that is my love language. I don't need a red Ferrari. I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do the dishes.
I'm obsessed.
Oh.
It's not easy.
Clip that off. Might to clip off there.
That was-
Isn't she the one from Nobody Wants to Have Sex with Me Now also?
Correct.
Yeah, that's her.
Why is she always screaming?
That was just a comedy routine, is what that was.
That was
Chairman,
a sketch?
Yeah.
Chairman, you're looking at the video too, I assume. Did it look like there was a nipple piercing going on?
Whoa.
On Miss Perry?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh, Bill. Well, I'm heading to the Twitter tweets, Doug.
That's either a part of the shirt, just a part of the shirt, or she has pretty defined nipple rings.
I'll be right back.
Oh, no.
Alex Cooper just got the bag, too.
Yeah, from
Doug?
Sirius.
Alice Cooper just got the bag.
What does that mean?
Alex Cooper, she hosts Call Her Daddy, and she just signed a big old deal with Sirius.
Just got the bag means you just got money?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said
Nobody wants to have sex with me now.
Okay. All right.
It's loud.
No, I still would.
Still would what?
Have sex with her.
With who? Okay,
Katy
Katy Perry. Okay, if I did.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, that really is. You're really going out of your way there.
Well, I just answered a question and proved her wrong.
You proved who wrong?
She said nobody. I will.
Doug, I got the still image there.
Gosh.
Is it part of the shirt, or is that's an aggressive nipple ring if it is?
If it's just the shirt, don't ruin this for me.
That's fair.
What do you think, Doug?
I can't, it looks like something's wrong with your computer. It's so big.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what's happening there. Well, she likes to shock people, so that's probably what that's about.
I mean, at this point, though, she's like a 40-year-old mom.
I think that I don't know. It would be like a convertible shirt where you could expose your nipple rings.
God, I am really.
I don't think her nipple would be up there. I'm going to say no.
I kind of like her. Doug, let me do this for you. If her breast is a picture of the globe, the Western Hemisphere, the nipple ring appears to be somewhere along the Yucatan Peninsula, and I just don't know if that's where it would be.
Gosh.
Right. It would be closer to like Chile.
Should it be in Chile?
Way down south.
Or Uruguay?
Oh, no. I got bad news.
What is it?
It's a pierced nipple T-shirt.
Oh.
All right. Do we just want to play the thing where Doug finds out about texting?
Yeah.
Cut out of all of it.
This is, come on. This is crazy.
So it's a shirt, so it's on the outside?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
And now you're disappointed?
Yeah. I
actually am kind of crushed.
Why?
It's like finding out your favorite player has been juicing.
There's a nice picture of her out there at a water park.
I know what you're talking about, actually.
Yeah, where she's going out.
That's not the most flattering image.
I don't know.
Looks like something we could catch around here.
Katy Perry water park.
I don't know what to do now.
Despondent.
Well, it's certainly thrown us off our pace.
Yeah.
No, you're upset about the nipple piercing thing?
Yeah.
Is this one of her smoking a dart?
Is that your kink? You have a smoking kink?
That's a big kink for
I
people.
know. That's
Not
a big
for
kink
me.
for you.
No, not for me, but for
What
people.
a major turnoff.
No, for some people that really gets them going.
Women
Kind of kink
smoking?
shaming. Kind of kink shaming again.
I would say that's probably. I would venture the guess. I have no real backing, but that would be in like the top 10 non-super sexual kinks.
Oh, cut it out.
Yeah.
I think you might be right about that.
Maybe even top 5.
Yeah, I always found it sexy for like if you saw a celebrity smoking. Oh my God, she smokes.
Why would that be
and
sexy?
cussing for some reason.
Why would that be sexy? Oh, geez, she's inhaling smoke.
I don't know.
Cool.
I think it's similar to the nipple ring thing where it's not the actual like nipple ring that is enticing. It's like, what does that mean? Like you're more likely for certain elements possibly.
You're not healthy, you're probably lower income.
Well,
You're not necessarily thinking through the whole play of,
Desperate for people to look at you.
I don't know about that.
I think it's probably a look at me thing.
I always found if I was with a girl who smoked, I knew I was going to have sex.
Okay, so Iggy thinks that the sexual
would
thing,
that
so
be?
there you go.
I don't know. I
You can't wait to smell the smoke on her breath?
No, just some girls that
Bring me back to
smoke.
college.
Some girls that smoke have sex easier than other girls.
Really?
I always
Like a
found
gape
that.
situation?
No, just one date. If we're at a bar and I meet a girl who's got smoking, I think I have a pretty good shot of going home with her.
Well, that's just you. You were the James Bond of
Well, I
your
can only
era.
talk about myself, but
well,
didn't matter, smoking or non-smoking. There was a real good chance they were going home with you.
Excuse me, I'm putting out a cigarette here.
Yep.
It's hot.
It's so sexy.
Yeah, that was Jeff Bezos. Smoking is the most Hoosier activity going in 2024. That's from Tervis Parish.
I'm afraid I have to agree with that.
It's not Hoosier, but
It's massive Hoosier.
It's way down, though.
It's massive Hoosier.
But Jackson, you think it's a top 5 kink?
Well, remember when Charlie Hull, the British women's golfer, was smoking? People were going nuts.
I know. That's interesting. Now, I get a read that she's sporting, but is it subconscious that because she smokes?
I don't think you would have that thought unless she was ripping the dirt.
It's interesting. It's interesting, Doug. I need to delve into my psyche here on this. But I kind of think I thought she was sporting before that.
Okay, but
she enjoys posting,
but you would say
aggressive pictures, for lack of a better term.
Sure, but you would say you're more privy to the golf community than, let's say, the average casual sports fan.
Right,
I think
yeah.
the smoking thing is where people found. I know that's where I found out about Charlie Hull was from the picture of her ripping darts on the course.
Doug, did you become attracted to Charlie Hull when you saw she was smoking while signing an autograph? Was that a month and a half?
Maybe less attracted.
Smoking's way cooler than vaping. That's American the Central West End.
It's probably hotter, but like think about like movies from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like the really attractive woman like sits down, the music's playing, they light up a dart. It's real sensual. I mean, it's not necessarily like what smoking's really like, but they make it look cool.
Yeah, they try.
I always thought Katy Perry resembled Jaden James. That's from the 573, and they're down in the 573 getting ready for the Buffalo Bulls.
I can see that.
Doug, do you think that Katy Perry resembles Jaden James?
I don't know who Jaden James is.
Okay.
Porn star.
Okay.
Friend of the show? Or no, she was sideways with Lisa Ann. That's how Jaden Cole, who used to have sex with Jaden James all the time, had a falling out with Jaden James, and then I think Lisa Ann and Jaden Cole bonded over their falling out. I think Jaden James did something to Lisa Ann that, I don't know, set her off. I remember talking about that on the program, but I don't remember what it was. Doug, do you remember what Jaden James did to Lisa?
Of course not. No.
Doesn't take much.
Gosh, it was a shot at her. That just opened up some old wounds.
It did.
Now they're festering.
It's not festering at all.
I'm back.
What if Lisa Ann came back at 9 o'clock for it's the start of the football season.
Gosh.
What if I just
Wouldn't it
pot
be-
her up right now?
What if Dr. Brandon Pryor says, and joining us right now, brought to you by 100 West Dental, Lisa Ann.
Pleasant surprise that would be. Would you stay and take part in the conversation, Iggy?
No. But if it's sponsored, that's great. Station makes some money, but I wouldn't have to take part in it.
The Plowhawk is stacked.
No. What was that one?
The Plowhawk is stacked.
Plowhawk is stacked. Well hung.
I was probably at a TMA Live or the pre-party, and there was no better. It was like Jordan in Game 7. Every time we had a live event, Plowboy would perform.
Oh, that is true.
Plowboy would perform. His war was way up. He would spike.
Plowhawk and Jennings brought the heat at TMA Lives. But yes, I agree. As far as if it were like a war situation, Plowhawk at TMA Lives, the guy, Robert Ory in a Game 7.
Yeah, for real. Big Shot Bob. He was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
He had Biff lift him up while he was eating some ridiculous fried food with ranch doused in it, broadcasting still. It was unbelievable.
Just broadcasting like the Dickens. He was in that fast eating contest too, wasn't he?
He had 2 pieces of pizza, and that was it.
And they were going up against a pro who just smoked tea and was it Little Beer Cats?
What was that guy's name? The garbage disposal or something?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Natty Nate Plowhawk?
That's who it was, Natty Nate.
Natty Nate.
Who called me and took a few nibbles of pizza.
He did it for free food. Everybody else was munching down. He's got a fork and a knife.
Didn't Plowhawk do the same thing? Or he's just
He just couldn't eat.
Wow, Harrison's brother Master is willing to sponsor Lisa Ann, and he says he's working on it for next week. So this is kind of a big development.
Yeah. Well, after that game last night, we're going to need some expert.
Doug, Isaiah Lively. I mean, toe on the line. For gamblers, the spread was 3. Immediately, I thought, when I was watching that, I thought, okay, John Harbaugh's out there. He's saying, 2, going for 2. Well, no matter what, at that moment, the Ravens cover.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if they convert, they're getting 3 points. They either lose 27-26 or 28, whatever it was, 27-26, right?
Yeah.
Or they win 28-27. They cover. And then they show the replay, and Mike Tirico, friend of the show, says, that's out of bounds. He said it right away, didn't even hesitate. And boom, just like that. I can't imagine what it was like in sports books in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. A lot of ripped up tickets thrown up in the air.
People cheering and people raging. And off we go.
That'd cover the overline, too. I think the overline.
Oh, is that right?
47.5. I think
oh, Bill, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
It's got to be frustrating to do all that practice, lifting all those weights, the meetings, the practicing, and it all comes down to half an inch of your toe on a white line. That was the difference.
I hate Thursday night football because they're usually good games, and I've got to go to bed at halftime.
Well, you don't have to.
Well, I get up at 5:30. I can't stay up till 11 o'clock and watch football.
That's why I make first half bets, baby. Go to bed with some money in your pocket.
Or maybe take a little
You're a first half gambler?
I took the Chiefs' first half team total, 12.5.
Did you?
Cash it.
Okay. Boy, that Xavier Worthy looks fast. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
They did him a favor by not covering him. That's a nice gesture. Hey, we have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Why don't we see if he can hit a guy wide open down the
I mean, the run, his first run there, the first time he touched the ball.
Do you think he's faster than What Up, Break?
I think he might be.
Really?
Didn't he turn in the fastest 40 time ever recorded?
Be great for the Chiefs if they have a guy who can.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been looking outside of Kelsey. And what is he now, 34?
33, I think. I think so.
Oh, wow, we got three different. I said 34, 35, and 33. I feel good about my 34. I don't know.
I just don't.
Either way.
Kelsey is 34.
Okay.
Needed that. All right, my buddy sent me, I didn't wager on it, didn't watch it until the final quarter, to be honest with you.
I saw the video of Taylor arriving in a golf cart.
Oh, she was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, got the Queen's treatment upon her arrival. Wouldn't it be better just to kind of smuggle her in looking like everybody else and maybe not make such a big deal of it?
What video did you see? I saw her walking in with her boots on and said hi to people, and she walked through the doors.
Oh, I saw her down in the tunnel arriving in a golf cart.
Oh, probably after that, then she walked through. And she said hi to some fans there and some of the workers.
She seems very nice.
All right, my buddy had Pacheco and Henry both to score a touchdown. Did that happen? I know Henry did.
Pacheco also did.
All right, so he ships that. That paid 3X. You know this gentleman, Jackson. Let's see, Lamar Jackson, 50-plus rushing yards. I think he went up with 118. Lost 12 pounds, and now he's flying around again. He's out there like Michael Vick, huh? Lamar Jackson, 50-plus rushing yards and 1 rushing TD. Did he get a touchdown?
Yeah.
He did? Jackson got a touchdown?
I think so.
Yeah, he threw a touchdown.
Second one.
No,
Henry.
rushing TD.
I think after Henry, he scored, didn't he?
Lamar Jackson did not have a rushing touchdown. He had 122 yards rushing, but no touchdowns.
Mahomes, 25-plus rushing yards and 1 rushing TD.
Mahomes did have a rushing... No, he did not have a rushing touchdown.
Still profitable, though. That first bet was the big one. Doug?
It's hard putting a DraftKings team together on one game.
Well, if you had Isaiah Likely, you're probably in the captain's spot. That's where I would imagine he was the best play. I don't know.
9 receptions, 111 yards, and a tutty.
But also his price point, I would imagine. I didn't look at it. Mahomes, 25 rushing yards and a TD. All right, we covered that. It's only 2 bets. Kelsey definitely didn't have this, right? Kelsey, 100-plus receiving yards and a touchdown.
No. He had 34 yards receiving.
Mahomes, 275-plus passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. And then Kelsey, 90-plus receiving yards. That didn't happen. No. Still, I think he was profitable with the first bet, and that was the Lamar Jackson deal.
Yeah, he was running like crazy.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Pacheco and Henry to score a touchdown. Fun to watch, though. Kept me up later than normal.
Mm-hmm.
According to my Whoop, I fell asleep at 11 o'clock last night, Doug, if you wanted to know.
Those Chiefs, love them or hate them, they're an entertaining team to watch.
Oh, you better believe it.
I have no beat, like a quick amendment on my little rant yesterday.
Tom Petty, third quarter, Gainesville. And I won't back down. Think about that.
I'm not backing down.
Even they were singing it from the University of Miami last week.
Yeah, that's true. My beef isn't with the Chiefs, it's with the fans. Like the people who are the turncoats, as I've called them.
Oh.
The actual Chiefs, I don't really care. I probably like some of those guys.
I expect the Chiefs have picked up quite a bit of fandom, not just in St. Louis, but all over the country the last couple of years.
Oh, well, I mean, my God. I would say the last year alone, if you just look at the Taylor Swift factor.
Yeah.
But then the entertainment and then the likability of Mahomes and Kelsey, the talent, the ability that Mahomes has. Andy Reid, 100%. You're right.
Harrison Butker got people stirred up a little while ago. That kind of adds to the Q rating of the team.
But when you can do commercials like that, too, and get the ordinary people, are you going to finish those nuggies? You know, when you see coaches and players like that in commercials, it kind of makes them feel like they're, I can get down with that. And then you start following the team.
Yeah, Mahomes and Kelsey are bigger than just football players now.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you, pal. Hard to dislike Mahomes. That's from Chairman Steve, and he's in Wild.
Yeah, no, like I love Andy Reid. I think he's awesome, and I got no beef with Mahomes or Kelsey or the Chiefs organization. But like the fans, I have beef with Clark Hunt, but not like the actual player Andy Reid. I have so much respect for Andy Reid.
Watch it, Tim and Jackson. Talking about the Chiefs will get you misrepresented on the fan pin. That's from Gary Pinkel's cell phone etiquette.
Least of my concerns.
It's not. Jackson was in the cart with me yesterday, and we had a little delay because, of course, I was going to reach in 2 on a par 5. And I said, we played with Mark Hensby, who Wellington caddies for, and he's like, oh, you can go ahead. I said, you can go ahead. I can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can get there, Hensy. I gotta wait.
No, you can't. No,
I can't.
You can go ahead and lay up, senior. I
can't. What is that? Like a
media laugh?
Media laugh. And I don't know why, but I clicked the Facebook app. We had like 10 minutes, and I go, oh, God, look at this thread. And there's just people just saying stuff that I didn't say. And I'm like, but then in a rare moment, a gentleman actually stood up for me. And
nice.
Stood up for me on the fan page. I go, I told you, Jackson, the correction to the overcorrection, we're underway.
Yep.
That's what it's overway. It's going to become in vogue to defend me. I predict with no confidence. But I'm like, yeah, I said, I won't be rooting for the Chiefs. If somebody else roots for a team, I couldn't care any less. And I gave my reasons, which stem from the University of Missouri and my knowledge of the situation with the Rams. I won't be cheering for the Rams either. If you don't like that, that's fine. Don't really care. And I don't care if you cheer for the Rams. No. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect my life in any way. I'm out here looking for money and lesbianism.
Oh,
that's essentially
in that order?
Yeah, because probably the former takes care of the latter more often than not. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. Like to play some good golf. I'd like to get to scratch at some point. I don't know if I can. I just don't hit the ball far
Well, you're
enough.
not getting any younger.
That's the thing. I mean, if it doesn't happen within the next handful of years, just put me out to pasture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And some of the old guys talk about how they lose not just distance, they lose their touch around the green too. So
yeah, that surprises me, but I guess that's a common thing when you get older to like lose your putting ability.
Well,
so I asked Hensby, I said, what do you do for distance? Because I mean, he's teeing off sometimes. What do you think? Like 30 or 40 yards behind us?
Yeah, sometimes.
And sometimes hitting 3-wood.
Yeah, past
and
us.
we're hitting driver. And he's 53, I think.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm just curious, like your thoughts on distance and how you are, because he's about my size, probably weighs a little bit more than me, I guess, but height-wise, definitely my size. And 53 years old. And Wellington, who caddies for him, said that pound for pound, nobody hits it further than him out here. And he goes, oh, he's Australian. He goes, F, mate. He goes, I don't know. I go in for where I work out. Some 17-year-old comes in, does a couple stretches, and then he gets it up to, what did he say, 194?
Yeah, like
ball
first
speed?
swing.
Yeah. I mean, or maybe 184. And he goes, I couldn't do that if my life depended on it. And it's just the ability, number one, the flexibility, the agility, but they're able to get their bodies into angles. And that's just, it's a world changer. So golf is so hand-eye coordinated, coordination oriented for what the game was. But now you see more athletes getting into it because that distance is such a huge factor. And if I'm hitting a hybrid in and you're hitting a 9-iron in, guess who's going to have a tighter shot dispersion? I am, because I'm better.
Yeah,
but
that went without saying.
I know, I just in case people didn't follow it.
Yeah. Well, at 53, he might be sneaky old man strong.
He could bomb it.
He sure could. And a wonderful gentleman.
Yeah, he was. He was a great guy.
What'd you guys shoot?
Well, it was a shamble, so it wasn't like, even though I tried to play my own ball. After a while, I think they were kind of like, all right. No, we shot 15 under. The winning score was 23 under. The issue, as always, Iggy, you've played and member guests with me. Jackson, you got to experience the magic of it. In a net event, Doug, it's all about the poppy seeds.
Well, was it really?
Yeah. So, like, a couple guys I know out there, one was a +3 and one was a +2, who were guys at Norwood, and they're like, yeah, we had to give strokes back. So, in other words, if they got a 3 on a hole and it was a par 3, it counted as a 4.
Oh, God.
Because they're plus handicaps. Yeah.
It's all about the poppy seeds, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the poppy seeds. So
that's why I quit practicing so much, because I was tired of giving strokes back.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Really, really frustrated.
You demanded more seeds.
Yeah.
Thanks for proving my point on 7-iron distance, Tim. That's from Mr. Siders. Jackson, he's been talking about your 7-iron for a while.
Yeah, and it's not a tired bit or anything.
A little condescending right there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Jackson.
How's he like it?
One of the gentlemen I speak to on a regular basis, and not usually about the show so much, he goes, man, I love Jackson giving it back to some of these dumb
yeah, I mean, sometimes, it's all love, though.
Is it?
Well,
not really.
For most people, like Siders, like I've met, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. I like Mr. Siders, but for the most part, 95% it's all love.
Yeah.
But there's that 5% where
like Harrison's brother, Master.
I've never met him, so I can't really say one way or another.
Okay.
It's that chair, Jackson. I'm telling you, Plowsy, same as you. Then he started getting the stuff sitting there, and he just kind of turned.
That chair destroys a man.
You just can't put up with it forever.
It'll break a gentleman.
It is a physically different chair, though. That was the chair that Plowhawk sat in.
So it's retired, kind of like his jersey hanging over Doug's.
Yeah. I like to sit up a little higher.
Tim, did Wellington let you smell his finger? Thanks. That's from Chairman Steve in Wildwood.
Gosh.
I didn't know what you were grabbing. Doug's like took chlorophyll or something. I thought you were taking yourself out.
Oh, almost sneezed.
Text in Schaefer Door Company text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call in Kyer and Thompson phone line 636-9004 TMA. Email in Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. We got a 3-way tie here in the first week of September. Kevin Miller, Frisco Peppers, Buck Swope. Whoever wins today wins 2 tickets to see Willie Nelson this coming weekend at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. That's taking place on Sunday night. Bob Dylan, John Mellencamp, and Southern Avenue joining Willie Nelson as well. That's at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. That's our prize for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Working with Seth Goldcamp, Doug, you've described that as a prize because we've been working with him for, I think, close to a decade now.
Yeah. Well, once you start, you're not going to get anyone else because he's the best.
Yeah, they run quite an operation at Design Air Heating and Cooling. They're online at designairservice.com. Believe it's going to be cooler today than yesterday. Let me take a look. I don't know.
Check out that Sunday.
It's 68 right now.
Sunday morning low.
48 degrees.
Oh, that's a little
high of 74 tomorrow. 82 today. Boy, look at the forecast over the next week. My goodness, nothing but highs in the mid-80s and sunshine. Doug, we've relocated to San Diego.
Feels like it.
Telling you.
Yeah.
But if you do run into issues with your HVAC system, go to designairservice.com and work with the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. And that's Seth Goldcamp and Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Sponsor of the email of the day, Schaefer Door Company, sponsor of our text inbox. Doug, do you know anything about Schaefer?
I know that's how you spell Schaefer, and then you spell door, D-O-O-R.
Nice.
Schaefer Door. These are the people that are going to take care of your garage door. Doesn't matter if it's a small little door. Doesn't matter if it's a giant-sized warehouse door. Now, I don't know for sure if they do carports. I can't be sure about that. But most people have a regular garage door, like I did, and when it went wrong...
I can't imagine what it'd be like.
I called Schaefer Door, and out they came to my home. I mean, they came lickety-split. I called 636-782-3608. I said, hello, is this Schaefer Door? They said, indeed it is. Where do you live? We're coming to help you out. And that's what they did. They sent 2 different gentlemen out. Both of them very friendly. Both knew exactly what they were doing. And my garage door, I thought it was going to have to be replaced. Nope. They got it fixed up real nice like, and now it barely makes a sound when it goes up. They service all kinds of garage doors, and they do new installs with LiftMaster. LiftMaster garage door openers are strong, quiet, and versatile. If you're having problems with your garage door opener, you ought to go LiftMaster because they are the best. The business has multiple family members working there. Great people at Schaefer Door. They're also hiring if you'd like to be a part of the team. give them a call. Here's the number again, 636-782-3608. That's Schaefer Door, Schaefer, SchaeferDoor.com. Schaefer Door is a LiftMaster partner.
Let's say you're looking for a home. Let's say you're looking to sell your home. Well, now you're looking for Jeff Lottman at JEFFLOTTMANN.com. That's Jeff Lottman of Compass Realty. And homes are going on the market. People are keeping a close eye on rates. I saw that rates were down to, I think, 6.38 for 30-year 2 days ago. That's the second lowest it's been over the last 12 months, if I'm not mistaken. So that could move the market. Want to buy a home? Want to sell a home? Jeff Lottman, Compass Realty. Jeff Lottman is online at JEFFLOTTMANN.com. And at Compass, they have Compass Concierge. And Compass Concierge allows you to take your home buying or selling experiences to the next level. Whether you're preparing to sell or want to enhance your new space, Compass Concierge has you covered. No upfront costs. Need fresh paint, new carpet, light renovations, home staging, Compass Concierge has you covered. Unlock exclusive benefits, get your home market ready without upfront costs. Increase your home's value hassle-free. Ready to elevate your real estate experience? Contact Compass Concierge and Jeff Lottman today by going to JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Yeah, that's Jeff Lottman. Send your emails in, Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, morning after at InsideSTL.com. Text in, Schaefer Door Company. Text in box 314-881-TMA5 and call in. I mean, really, let's focus on some phone calls today. Kyer and Thompson phone lines. 636-9004-TMA. We have a very active female in the YouTube chat this morning.
Who would that be?
Savannah Brown. You know her?
I don't.
Earlier in the YouTube chat, it was brought to my attention that she said, I love naughty.
Where's she from?
This is what Savannah said.
It doesn't list her. Savannah Brown sounds like she could be right here in the Creve Coeur area to me.
Really?
I like kittens and bunnies.
Yep, and she loves naughty. And then she said, kink shaker, and then with a laughing emoji.
Someone messed up the AI bot.
Yeah. Meant to say shamer, and it came out shaker. Didn't bother to look at it and check it before they sent it.
Yep. Someone messed up the old
Today's
bot.
Jimmy Shaker Day. Gary Sinise, Ransom? 1996. 96? Mel Gibson?
I don't know the years, Tim.
Give me back my son. Right there. Oh. Today's Jimmy Shaker Day. Think about that. But today, Savannah Brown says it's Kink Shaker Day.
Call in, Savannah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Kyer and Thompson phone lines. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out what's going on.
Savannah is not a lady. Savannah is a bowling pin setter in Shrewsbury.
Ooh, Shrewsbury Lanes.
Yes.
Good house.
Yeah.
No Duke Bowl.
She was a great porn star.
Savannah Brown was?
Just Savannah. She just went by Savannah.
So this probably isn't the same.
Probably not, because Savannah's dead.
How'd she look?
Good.
How many porn stars have they been, and how is it you know every single one of them?
Well, she was back in the early days, in the Kay Parker and Peg days. I think she died in a car accident, if I'm not mistaken.
I ask again, from years gone by, before the advent of the internet, when you would want to get a dirty movie, was there those back sections of like movie?
Oh, I remember that at Movies
stores?
to Go, which eventually became Blockbuster. Did Blockbuster change the name, or it was Movies to Go acquired by Blockbuster? Doug Wayne Huizenga?
He was the trash king of South Florida, I know.
I think
Wayne
they
Huizenga.
acquired Movies to Go, because after Blockbuster folded, they were gone. There was no.
But I remember Movies to Go in the St. Louis area, and then it became Blockbuster. So I don't know if they changed their name or they were acquired by Blockbuster.
There were a couple places down the city you could go to the back rooms and get it.
So would they have like the beaded curtains, and you had to be like over 18
I think it was a
to go
door.
back there?
I think it was a door. It said 18 years or over, and then you could go through the door.
And so you would rent the pornography, rewind it, and then give it back?
You could rent, or some you could buy.
Okay. Boy, there was some real sweat equity with that.
Yeah, not embarrassing or anything.
These days you can like just do it by yourself. No one has to know. Back then you had to drive to a brick and mortar store.
In a lousy neighborhood somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes you felt dirty. You get it, you walk up to the counter and bang bus 40.
Oh, you rented that?
Well, the first 39 were so good.
Yeah. You want the payoff. It's like Fast and Furious. Savannah Brown is now very active The old hipster asked her if she's ever had a long, deep kiss and likes to talk about World War II. She wrote back, "I would love that," in caps. She said, "I'm not a bot, LOL. Just a lady bored at work, relax, but with 3 X's.
Oh, God.
Doug, I feel a soft cow coming on.
Bowling pin setter in Shrewsbury.
We'll get the opening drive to do 10 to 11.
Yeah, I think we just need to sell in.
Ruin me.
Oh.
Somebody asked her to call in. Give her the number.
636-9004-TMA. Doug, what odds would you give?
How many times do we have to be fooled by this?
One of these times, though.
How many times are you going to fall for it?
Not fooled, just...
You are fooled.
What does it matter? Just call in or not?
It's not a girl.
Savannah, how do you feel about water sports?
One of these days it's going to be real.
Oh, my God.
So hot to have so many females listening
Seriously,
to
our
this.
reigning listener of the month presented by Blogger Tequila is a female.
Yeah, exactly. What further proof do you need, Doug?
After you get fooled like 50 times and number 51 comes around, you don't question it at all.
This show's in a real renaissance period.
It is.
One of these times it'll be real. Still real to me, damn it.
Now, Courtney Landrum is playing golf with us today.
Yeah.
But I can sense some tension because she realizes we're starting to take
We're stepping on our corner.
that female demographic that she runs in St. Louis. So maybe she's going to try to workshop what we're doing to get all of these women, such as Savannah Brown, listening to our show.
Oh, really?
That's what I think this is really about. That's what I think it's about.
I asked her if I could play in her female tournament she's having out at Family Golf. She said no, women only.
You ought to get litigation going.
I said, I just want to come out and hang out and play.
You could easily pass for a tranny and get in that thing.
Well, I mean, you know, if you did. I told her I put a pair of culottes on.
Culottes. Talking about years gone by.
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
Now, Kara Blake says, Sav, you got to call in now.
Sav?
So now the ladies are talking to each other in the YouTube chat. And now I'm noticing an increase in guys joining in the YouTube chat.
God, it's all it takes. All that it takes. I'm a girl, oh boy.
255 people are now.
260.
It's just going up, Doug.
I might get
It's refreshing to see rich white women.
Isn't it amazing? People are just listening on their apps and they hear us talking about girls in the YouTube chat and they're just going to the YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're going to score.
Yeah, all of them.
Speaking of which, John Scores says, welcome, Savannah.
Yeah.
John Scores says, so we're just putting it out there, Savannah. What are you doing this weekend? I need a babysitter.
Stop falling for this stuff. Stop it. Question yourself a little bit.
Call in, Savannah. You'll be next month's.
There is no Savannah. There is no girl there. It's a guy, and he's setting bowling pins in Shrewsbury as we speak.
Savannah just said she can't call in because she's working.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
You have time to sit in there and talk.
It's a night shift bowling league.
Don't you want a tequila prize pack from Milagro? All you got to do is call in. You'll be a winner. That's all it takes.
If you were a girl.
Someone named Brad says, I'm a girl. So this is really starting to happen in this YouTube chat. Is Kara going to call in? Is Savannah going to call in? Is Brad going to call in?
Sav. Not Savannah, just Sav.
Stop being nervous.
I'm so disappointed in our listeners, for falling for this stuff. And Iggy as well. You got duped as well.
I'm not duped. If you want to call in, call in.
It's not a girl.
Well, so what?
It doesn't matter.
Sweet Kai says this is also hot.
It is.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Chocolate Long Johns are my favorite.
Oh, gosh.
I just like the name Savannah.
Whether it's a guy pretending to be that or not.
It's a great song by Tommy Bolin, Savannah Woman.
Could you hum a few bars?
Bum 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 ba da ba 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 da. Savannah Woman, why you make me feel so blue? Ba 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 da ba ba ba.
Oh gosh, that was good.
Well, it sounds better when Tommy's playing guitar.
I can't.
That's good.
You can bring
Frank
it up,
weighed
Jack.
in.
Tommy Bolin, Savannah Woman.
Tommy Bolin, Savannah Woman. Bron's wife's name's Savannah.
How about that, Doug?
Okay.
I think Savannah died in a car accident.
Oh, no.
This is different. this the porn star?
Yeah, I said earlier she passed away. I said I thought she died in a car accident, but no, Tommy Bolin passed away too. But great guitar, very underrated guitar player, Doug. Tommy Bolin.
Because people rate them all the time.
I believe he was in T-Rex.
He's in T-Rex?
Well, I thought Jackson was going to play some of it for you. I think he was in T-Rex before he went solo.
Okay.
It's also hot.
Familiar with T-Rex?
No.
There's a T-Rex at the Science Center.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. Used to scare my children when they were...
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It probably scared me, too.
I don't think T-Rexes were actually that big in real life, were they? I mean, this thing's like 20 feet tall.
What's that, Savannah?
Oh, listen to this, Tig.
No one knows. There you go, Doug. Savannah.
Okay. So he's talking about Georgia. Savannah, Georgia?
I'm sure he is.
Cool city.
Growing city.
Yeah.
I like Savannah.
It is. I think that's where ASMR Taylor lives.
Oh, no.
I was in studio after Balloon Party yesterday working on some stuff, and that was playing.
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Is she still active on whatever the hell she was on?
After that interview, I'm sure
She
it blew up.
She doesn't do as many as she used to, but she still puts one out there like once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
She's a very good painter.
Is she?
And she does some ASMR painting, too, which I find very relaxing.
Float trip music stuff.
Yeah, that's what Dogtown Astrovan says. Float trip music alert. Float trip music alert. Hoosier, Hoosier, wee-oo, wee-oo. That's from Dogtown Astrovan.
Come on.
I forgot about that.
It's kind of jazzy.
Jazzy little tune.
Well, I guess it could have been ASMR.
I bought a Miles Davis record the other day.
Oh, did you? That's so
Speaking of jazz. God, those things aren't cheap. I don't know what it is with jazz records. I mean, I can buy a double album, Wishbone Ash Live Dates, $4.99 at Delmar, or at Vintage Vinyl. I buy Miles Davis around midnight, $48 for 4 songs on an album. Like,
well, why would you spend that?
Because I love Miles Davis, and it was
too much.
I've been looking for this record for a while, but that's just...
Can't you hear those
I don't
songs
know
on
why.
YouTube?
Yeah, but it sounds so much better on vinyl.
No, for
I just don't know why they cost so much more than everything else.
Because there's a sucker born every minute.
No, I don't know. Maybe just they don't make as many Miles Davis records as they do Wishbone Ash. I don't know, but... I mean, it's the same amount of vinyl you use on an album.
The Veiled Prophet says the ASMR Taylor interview still has him drinking hand sanitizer.
I didn't think it was that creepy.
It was like a one-man interview.
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you wanted her to record a video in which she uses your name.
Yeah.
And I think that was the part that stood out to the audience. The text that came in.
Yeah, I can get that. But I thought she might do it. She didn't. I said, it won't take much. You do these things anyway, the haircut videos, so when you're talking to the camera, just say, is that okay, Eggy? A little bit more off the side? Just throw a name in there.
That was like on the streak where if you had found something on the internet, somehow they were on the show like a month later. Like you go, ASMR Taylor, SGO Kai, SGO Angel Julia.
Adbot, Princess Spears.
Adbot.
I couldn't get Ting Ting on, though.
Right. But you were, if Vicky found you on the internet, you were going to be on TMA in a month. Maybe I should run the ASMR Taylor interview back-to-back with SGO Angel Julia.
Oh, what a classic.
And just let the hate flow.
I texted Kai last week.
What could you possibly have to say to this child?
I haven't talked to you in a while, buddy. Seems like you're killing it.
Probably been repoed.
Way to go, Home Slice. He goes, thanks, bro.
You called him Home Slice?
Yeah. Nice hole, Kai.
Just to kind of show that you're trendy and happening?
I've used Home Slice for a long time.
Yeah.
I think I coined the phrase home slice.
Oh, you're first with that. You were the first one with that.
When people said homie, I said home slice.
Yeah. And the whole country then latched onto it.
I think so.
G-Unit out, home slice, with the dice. What?
Stole it from me.
Mm-hmm. 279 people have now joined the YouTube chat just because there was rumors of a girl.
It's like these guys are in prison or something. And a woman has been smuggled into the facility. And they all want to get a look at her.
It's all so hot, though, isn't it? All right, we'll close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. You are listening to TMA, and it is presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
KPN TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Looking for the perfect spot for your next private event? Whether it's a baby shower, bridal shower, birthday party, or business meeting, Rosalita's has you covered. Enjoy the vibrant atmosphere in one of Rosalita's 2 exclusive private rooms with a customized menu that is perfect for your upcoming event. And if you're planning a date night, don't miss the lively mariachi nights every Friday and Saturday. Plus, Rosalita's gift cards make the perfect gift for any occasion. Come celebrate at Rosalita's, where every event is a fiesta. Learn more at rosalitascantina.com.
Hi, this is Chris Pondoff from Illinois Recovery Center. As someone who battled alcoholism and addiction for 20 plus years, I understand the dark places you can find yourself stuck in. Alcoholism and substance abuse takes a heavy toll on your body and your mind, but you can overcome it. Start your journey to recovery at the Illinois Recovery Center, a rehab treatment center that provides comprehensive and customized rehabilitation addiction treatment. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, please know that there is hope. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com today.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Kyer and Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Kyer and Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Kyer and Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. KyerandThompson.com.
This is defensive back Toriano Pride. Me and my guys will take care of the coverage on the field, and my friend James Carlton will take care of the coverage at home and on the road.
Thanks, Toriano, for protecting Faroe Field. We'll protect you on the road and at your home.
Online at carltoninsurance.net.
See you in Columbia.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experience the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com. Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s, and now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hanna with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
After a serious car accident, people have 2 questions. Why me and what now? Well, no one knows why you, but I'm Terry Crouppen, and my law firm Brown and Crouppen sure can help with the what now. Car repairs, medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. We're Brown and Crouppen, and we've got all those answers. All you have to do is call 222-2222.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Stupiracy, the podcast where stupidity meets history and conspiracy.
I'm really confused. What are we doing?
With hosts Scott Rizzuto and Tim McKernan.
It's time to learn the truth.
Check out the latest episode, available now. As Riz and Tim dive into the enduring conspiracy theory that Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, is still alive.
Elvis has left the building.
From misspelled tombstones to sightings at Burger King.
You like that, huh?
Uncover the strange evidence and theories that keep this conspiracy alive on the latest Stupiracy. Watch or listen now on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. Presented by Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Visit evergreenstl.com or call Mark at 314-889-0503. And by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222 or getbc.com.
Introducing the first ever TMA Banty Brew, a 16-ounce canned wheat ale with orange and coriander and an image of all 4 TMA boys across the front. The Banty Brew, a refreshing ale made with white wheat, ground coriander, and fresh whole oranges. Head to any Salt and Smoke location today to try the TMA Banty Brew. Must be 21 or older to consume or purchase. See the can at tmastl.com and find a participating location to try it for yourself. Brought to you by Charlottesville Brewery and Winery in St. Genevieve, Show Me Beverages, and Salt and Smoke. Find out more at tmastl.com. Now,
it's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After
on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
TMA all day. TMA all day. 707 boys, time to play. Tim's the king and always on point. Without him here, this place a joint. Bow to the master, getting it done. He the man for show. A country of one. Doug got the khakis, man, they tight. All the stepdads wanna take a bite. Suspension law, you always ahead. 2 days, bitch, you been banned. Then his pockets, AKA Iggy. Never used a Playboy, made it sticky. 500 plus in them pockets. The showman's work for the non-profit. TMA all day. TMA all day. TMA all day. 707 boys, time to play. Jackson B, my boy from the Duke. He's a man in love, no tail to pursue. The B-ball king, all NBA. Rather have that team than have the Cardinals stay. KG got the merch and all the hats. He got 4XL shirts for all the facts. Been a great attitude, TMA for sure. Does it for the love, not for the dough. TMA all day. TMA all day. TMA all day. 707 boys, time to play. Yo, let's play, boys.
Grammy in their future.
I agree with you.
Yo, let's play, boys.
It's pretty good. Who is that?
Yeah, benefits of artificial intelligence.
What?
Yeah, it's all AI.
Doug, this is all AI?
Yeah, I figured it was. Who else would have done that?
Jaquan? Chiggy? Nelly?
Kind of still sounded
EFG?
a little bit like Rick Ross.
That sound like Rick Ross to you?
Ricky Rose. Not really. Rick Ross's voice is much deeper.
Man, that's a good beat.
Yeah, I like that one.
And how long does it take AI to spit that out?
I have no idea. I've never made a song.
Who made that?
Rogers and Hammertoe.
Rogers and Hammertoe. He also made us that Mizzou song about...
And they played that before the Murray State game.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be our theme song, as good as that is?
It's really good.
I made a music video for it.
We signed a 30-year deal with Jermaine Stewart's estate.
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe in 10 years.
Yeah.
When that lapses. We might re-up, though, like Paul Goldschmidt.
And maybe our next outing, we walk the red carpet to that.
Pretty cool. Tim, you talked about it Tuesday. I just saw the video of Notre Dame coming out at the 12th man with Power playing.
Yeah.
that is like peak college.
Oh, they brought power back to Kyle Field, and the 12th man was in an uproar for those Aggies.
Freeman was going nuts.
Marcus Freeman said, "We don't give a damn about power.
That was awesome.
We came in here to play our one tough game for 2.5 months, and we are going to win it." And they did.
I just like it when Notre Dame is good. I don't know why. I
Good
guess
for
there's-
you.
There's so much history there.
It's like the
Well,
Knicks.
you're a good Irish Catholic.
Well, a touch of Irish.
There you go.
Not Catholic, but there's just I respect the history of the program so much that it just seems right when Notre Dame is good.
Well, I know you respect history and tradition with college football, and so we have arrived in the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour, Doug, and it is time to take a look at the Missouri football Week 2 Threads video live on the air with
is that right?
Douglas Elvin Vaughn. Doug, did you get a
I've
chance
not
to see
seen
this?
the uniforms. I
Hell,
hope
this
they're
fell
not-
off my microphone. I think a dildo was on top of it.
Oh.
I have no idea what that was. Look at this thing. I could fit this.
Oh, okay. That thing holds the wires in place there on the mic. That's fine.
We're going to get shocked. You can't tell, but I'm standing.
What am
All
I
right.
looking at? This is the uniform.
This is the uniform reveal. Here you go.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind narrating it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Missouri football tradition. You want to talk about Notre Dame tradition? Okay. Here it is, Doug, the uniform reveal for the game against the Buffalo Bulls.
Okay. The video starts out as you would expect, a shot of a snake near a rock. I see a babbling brook and now an overhead drone shot of the forest. Ah, yes, take this, Bulls. More rocks. Now it looks like the Blair Witch Project is happening. We're going down a large crevasse. What's at the bottom of that? Connor's Cave. Here's a gentleman now in a Mizzou uniform. Oh, he's got white pants. He's got a black jersey. He's got a white helmet, white pants. He's flexing. He's pounding his chest. No, now he's going up the steps. Concrete step. Oh, he said, looks like he's at the lake. Someone's got a dock. Oh, now we've had some sort of nuclear bomb in the background. Here's the snake again.
Well, that's because of the video restarted.
Okay, it restarted. Can you just show me the uniform? Do I need to see a snake? Do I need to see him walking up the deck at the Lake of the Ozarks? Why do I need to see all that? I just want to know what suits they're wearing against this Buffalo outfit. I'm not a fan of white helmets. Black helmet, block M. That'll do it. Thank you, Truman.
Was it better last week coming out of the farm?
Stables.
That's right. They were in the stables last week.
Yeah, that was better than this.
Why was it in the cave, Doug?
I don't know. Why was there a snake?
And why does the player look like?
Because they're playing the Bulls.
Why does the player look like Chairman Kurt?
Was that you, Chairman Kurt?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
he looks like Kurt.
Thanks for blowing up my spot.
We barely saw the uniform. I saw the uniform for just a few seconds.
That was my contention when I watched it. I was like, I know what the uniform is now, but there is like 3 frames of the video where the uniform is present and mostly just exterior shots of this cave.
Yeah, it's like someone has a new camera and they want to see how it works. Oh, and somehow we'll work in the uniform. Here's an artsy shot. Here's another one. Or here's a nuclear explosion in the background. It could have happened somewhere in New Mexico, I guess, or the Bimini Islands, wherever they set them off. That's part of the uniform
And
reveal.
the bomb goes off.
Yeah.
Doug needs to see my snake. That's from the Flat Avenue Show. Mizzou out there looking like a box of snow caps. Straight trash, homies. That's from Color Buzz.
I prefer this uniform with the black helmet. I love black helmet, black jersey, white pants. I think that looks really, really sharp. They wore it against LSU last
Supposed
year.
to wear gold pants.
Says you.
It says the history of the program.
And we're talking gold pants. How come Notre Dame can't match their gold pants to their gold helmets?
Dog.
I don't know.
There's Jackson's anti-Irish Catholic
It just
prejudice
looks weird.
again.
The gold helmets are almost a little too gold now. It almost looks like foil.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, match either the pants need to match the helmet or the helmet needs to match the
This
pants.
wire has to go in this slot here, Tim.
This is kind of manual labor. And I just
Is there anyone from CBC at the station that could help?
I can't imagine.
You got a lot of love on my.
from CBC.
I went Instagram live with that unveiling, Doug. You got a lot of love.
You're going Instagram living?
I didn't know how to just do a video, so it went live.
Nice. Yeah,
that's why I sent that.
We'll figure it out.
That's why I sent
Get the
that.
cord in its slot.
Here, touch it. Touch it. Touch mine. Touch mine.
Son of a...
We'll just do it live.
Okay. Bill O'Reilly.
I really enjoyed Iggy's Insta live feed. It was hot. Tim really does look perfect. All the angles. That's from Flocky the Smurf.
Pop up.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. Like the picture I took of Dustin or Justin was in here yesterday. I just took a picture. And sometimes on Instagram I can actually tag people, and sometimes I can't. So all it was, it posted just a picture of you and him, and it had like 500 likes, and you don't even know who it is. That's why I sent it to Jackson, said if you can tag him, because I wanted to promote
Songs for
Soldiers, but I couldn't post anything. I couldn't write anything before the post, so just a picture.
Seeing the outline of Tim's hog on Iggy's Instagram Live is what dreams are made of. That's from Breasts.
Well, I didn't get your hog in there.
Flip that off. Get Gino in there to fix Tim's problem.
This is very minor.
It's a very simple little thing.
But it's unimportant. Like, it's not, the mic is still going to work just
Right.
fine. It's just it covers up the wiring.
The important thing is the uniform reveal video was hideous. It was terrible.
But you like the uniforms.
I barely saw the uniforms. I don't like a white helmet on Missouri. I don't.
I don't mind the white helmet.
What time
I
do they play
mind
tomorrow? What time's the game?
6p.
And as I understand
6:45, I think.
Oh, I thought it was 6.
It's on.
Doug, is it 6 or it's 6?
I don't know.
SEC Network?
SEC Plus, I think. We won't be able to see it unless we get another subscription.
6p.
I got that.
6, all right. I'd like to apologize to the audience.
You have SEC Plus?
It's on YouTube,
Sure,
I
on the
believe.
ESPN app. That's what I would.
If you have ESPN Plus, I think that's also SEC.
Oh, okay, then I
Plus.
have it.
Well, you're going to be able to watch the PGA Tour champions this weekend. Would that be on Peacock, Doug? You can watch the Packers and Eagles from Brazil tonight.
Have to watch on Peacock.
Yeah.
Only in
Golf Channel,
Brazil.
I believe.
This is our country sport. We don't need to go to Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Sao Paulo. Was that funny to see Sao Paulo Antonio in Sao Paulo?
It was hysterical.
Yeah. Well,
We
you'll
don't need
see
to be
Michael
down
Wellington
there.
in North County this weekend carrying the bag for the 2024 Ascension Charity Classic winner, Mark Hensby. Hello again, everybody. Michael Wellington on with the Kyer and Thompson phone lines. Good morning, Michael.
Gentlemen, good morning. A couple of things to get to before we dip into the golf. Number one, if you travel in the morning near Manchester and Lindbergh, stay away from there right now. There was some sort of truck that tipped over right at the corner of Manchester and Lindbergh. Secondly, what are the numbers for the Missouri football game? What are the over-unders? What is the total? I'm very interested in that.
What do we have on this, Jackson?
Sure, I gotcha.
I'm surprised you didn't have that at the ready, just from memory.
Come on,
I'm going to say
Jackson.
38.5 and...
Do you know this or are you guessing?
I'm guessing. And 58.5.
Not too far off. They are 34.5-point favorites, and the total is 51.5.
Oh, that's kind of low, actually.
What do you like, Jackson?
I like the Tigers to cover, and I have no real tell on the total.
All right, there it is.
Buffalo's 1-0 now.
Doug,
Don't sleep on the Bulls.
Doug,
Lafayette.
Doug, what would you call that thing you ring when people fall into lemming behavior?
It's a gong.
Is that Can you grab that utensil real quick? I got to read you guys something that I got from Chairman Steve the day before the Pro-Am yesterday. He texts me and he says, I'm guessing your guy is pretty pumped about playing with Tim.
Oh.
And I said, well, he doesn't even know who Tim is. He's from Australia and lives in San Antonio, and I haven't had the courage to explain what Tim does yet.
And still he's eliminating.
Yes, but we had a nice time yesterday. Jackson was really contributing at a high rate. McKernan was very solid all day, especially with the putter. What did you guys end up shooting? You guys kept the score. I didn't even get a chance to look at the scorecard.
We shot 15 under, Michael. I know you and I know professionals really respect net events and net championships. I mean, it's great to win a Masters, but if you can win a Pro-Am or any kind of net event like a member guest, that's what separates the men from the boys. And unfortunately, we were only able to get to 15 under. The winning score, of course, came in at 23.
I was getting a little nervous when you were 9 under after 9. I thought you might be taking it deep.
Yeah. And we just, Doug, did we par 11?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
That was what
Well, we started on the back 9. So for those who've played the West Course at Norwood Hills, and I know all of the Norwood Hills membership listens to this, I think it's piped in. Our 11th hole was the par 5 second hole. Of course, I had a great drive, and we used it. And then Jackson, let's replay your pitch from about, what would you say, Michael? That was 52.5 yards. Let's take a look at this, Doug. He had to carry one bunker. A lot of room, though, to run that up to the second tier where that pin was located centrally to benefit the amateurs. Let's take a look at it. Jackson, describe what happens here.
I hit it so heavy that the club almost stopped in the ground, and I swear I almost broke my ulna.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah. You saw a lot of that at Eastlake last week.
You could have buried a cat in the divot I took.
And unfortunately, the players, even with Pops, had to take a net par on the par 5 when we were 240 out, lying 1. Yeah. And then at that moment, Michael, the wheels just came off.
Yeah, it's kind of where the momentum really stopped, if you recall.
Yep. Hensby seemed very disappointed.
The pace of play didn't really help things. I think the afternoon Pro-Am as always moves a little more turtle-like, if you will.
Well, the players are enjoying libations.
And the vibes were so good that I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice to have you guys out there. The brothers Miller were outstanding. They both contributed to the team very well.
Doug, that Dan Miller's a dangerous 14 index. He's going to figure it out off the tee. Jackson observed something. You got the swing tip to fix his game off the tee. Buy stock in Dan Miller's game.
Yeah.
Buy stock in Jackson Burkett's game.
Loyal listeners, too, the brothers Miller.
Yeah.
So
they were asking me things about the show, and I'm like, I don't even remember that.
Good dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a tip of the cap to Spencer Head for orchestrating that.
He's a wonderful gentleman, and Jackson's attracted to him.
He looks like Brooksy. Really? He looks like Brooksy.
When did Spencer put that group together?
No idea.
Here comes the why wasn't I included question.
No. He said that he put the group was picked on Friday, and I said they must have been listening to the show Tuesday when I said Tim should play with Hensby. And Spencer said, no, we had that together Friday, so nothing to do with you.
Oh, so it was you. Well, that figures.
I just thought it'd be a good idea to have Wellington and Hensby playing with Tim and Jackson.
It's a pairing that made sense to the committee, and the committee executed it, and that led to the gallery.
Were there people out there yesterday watching?
The galleries were boisterous.
There was a strange moment. I can't recall what hole it was. I don't know. I guess maybe 6. It would be 6 there, where there was one lone woman sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
And Jackson and I both had, we couldn't tell because Doug, as you know, it trundles hard right to left if you hit in the slot. And Jackson had a really good shot and a lot of applause. And I'm like, what is this lady doing? Like, how bored is she?
Could that have been Savannah?
Oh. And then I had a shot and I only got a couple claps. And I go, I guess Jackson's shot's better. Yeah. And then we get up there, and my shot, of course, is better, of course. And I thought, what was that all about? And you said she doesn't like the iron. Why are you showing me your arm? What kind of perverted crap is this?
Scratching my arm.
Look at that, Doug. Look, this guy's flirting with me.
I was scratching my arm.
You started talking about how attracted you are to Spencer Head, and next thing you're taking your shirt off.
You think I'm presenting to you?
I don't know what it was. I'm uncomfortable with this. Where's HR?
Like some sort of dog in heat?
Yeah. I see your little red rocket.
Yeah.
Is Hensby married, Welly?
What in the hell?
Well, where does that come from?
Well, I'm asking because there's a single girl out there. She's probably looking for a senior player, and I'm sure there's single guys out there doing well.
Madison Hedgecock.
Number one, yes, he's married. Number two, the woman in the gallery that Tim is referring to was probably, I think, a little bit older. And yeah, I mean, that just kind of speaks to the passion that people in St. Louis have for golf. You know, there's just one single woman out there clapping to 2 radio stars that both hit one shot to 10 feet and the other shot to 8 feet. It was magical.
Yeah, you just don't see stuff like that when you're watching professional golfers. When they're 75 yards out, they can only hope to get inside of 10 feet. Yeah. You know, I mean, you take a look at the shot dispersion, and they're usually 30, 40 yards away from 75 when you make millions of dollars on the whole thing. Yeah, there was a random out there. I did notice, though, I have to say this, and Jackson and I, when we were driving to our first tee, we were kind of observing that it did seem there was a little touch of brio in the gallery. There were some older single ladies lurking about. I did notice that. I don't know if this is what goes on regularly, Michael, but I did notice that.
I have to be honest, that's something that I'm normally paying attention to. I didn't pick up on it yesterday. I do recall last year at this event, there was young and old, and it was pretty strong overall. This will happen from time to time at these events. The one we'll go to next week in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, really is one of the better gallery, productions that you'll see, because obviously that's really the only things going on in Sioux Falls. But I think if you go out to the Ascension this week, you will see some good scenery. So, add that to the list of reasons to go to Norwood this weekend.
There you go, Doug. Another reason.
What percentage of the senior golfers have tender accounts that are active?
Nice question.
I'm going to say 4 to 5%.
Nice.
Not a lot.
And then on the PGA Tour, what do you think the number is?
Oh, on the PGA, I bet you 25%.
Oh. I think I'm going to go over on the 25. Yeah, Hensby's a delight, man. That's a
real name.
Great guy, fun to play with. If you're looking for somebody to pull for this weekend at the Ascension Charity Classic at Norwood, he would be a good one. Some good, entertaining stories as well. Yeah, good guy. Hope you boys do well, man. I'm really gonna be pulling for you.
Well, we appreciate that. I mean, one of the things I've learned in doing this for a while now is you just really never know what's going to happen with golf. It's so unpredictable. But, the guy's 18th on the money list. He's had a pretty good year. You never know when somebody's going to play great. And we're going to try and put him in position to do so. I think it'll be a great weekend in St. Louis altogether. You got the golf. You got the Cardinals against the Mariners. You've got the Missouri Tigers in action. I mean, I heard, did you guys say earlier that who's playing on Sunday night? Is it Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Bob Dylan, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Doug, I'm sold on St. Louis. I'm sold.
That goes way back.
Who says there's nothing to do here?
Sure, exactly. A lot of the golfers get done Sunday. They'll probably be heading over there.
Yep, there you go.
Hey, can you ask Hensby, does he know?
A lot of them might be staying there.
Yeah, ask Hensby if he knows Minwoo Lee, if he can give me an autograph.
Yeah, if you could take care of that while you're out there with him today.
Minwoo Lee?
Yeah, he's from Australia.
You realize he's on a different tour.
Yes, I do, but they're both from Australia, and Australian golfers seem to know each other.
There's millions of people living in that country.
That's fair.
Yeah, when he's over a putt today. And you're paired with Bernhard Langer and David Duval today, Doug. Featured pairing for Wellington. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Langer's a real technician out there. It'll be fun to watch him work.
68 years old, and he's still winning everything.
Is this his last year? Did he say he's retiring?
Yeah, this guy, he's a freak. What's that?
Did he say he's retiring? Did he say this is last year?
I don't think so, man. That guy, he ruptured his Achilles in January, and by the time we got to the U.S. Open in June, he was back. I mean, the guy is an absolute freak of nature physically. It's fun to watch him play because he doesn't hit it real far, but he just kind of shapes it and gets it around, and obviously lots of experience. And then Duval's a really cool dude, actually. He's fun. He's kind of dry-witted, and will make fun of you and kind of, give you the needle. So it should be a fun pairing for us.
Wasn't Duval number one in the world at one point? Didn't he get to the very top and kind of fell apart?
For 1 year after I think he won his...
Doug, my fly's open.
Thank you.
He won his one major. The British Open he won?
I believe that's right.
He became number one for like a year.
I think he was number one in the world before that, Iggy. We can check that. But Langer was also the first person to ever be ranked number one in the world. Duval, if you remember, in 1999, won like 11 tournaments in like a 16-month span and became number one, and then Tiger grabbed it from him. But, certainly two guys that have been there and done that, won majors, the whole deal. So pretty good field this week. A little disappointing to see Ernie Els bow out, but,
what happened there?
Something better to do. He didn't want to. He's leading the money list, and he probably didn't have to play.
Yeah.
And, some of the guys are going to take, some of the guys that are higher up on the list will probably take a couple of the next 2 or 3 events off just to rest for the final 4 or 5. So I think that'll happen. You'll see that a little bit. But, it should be fun. I'm actually pulling into Norwood right now. Hopefully, hopefully we won't have any rain today. It doesn't look like there's... Iggy, is there any weather in the forecast?
Yeah, good question.
No, you're good.
There you
Oh,
go.
good.
Green light. Green means go.
Has Freddie ever played in this?
No, they've been trying to get him. He doesn't. I don't know what happened why he doesn't come here. He's really not playing much. He's only played like 3 or 4 events this year. It's a shame too, because obviously the crowds follow him, and certainly the galleries get better looking when he's in the field.
No, come on.
Ready, boom, boom.
Well,
We've talked about player rankings. What about
true,
caddy
Doug.
rankings? Are you top 10 in the caddy
Gotta
rankings?
be top 10.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No. I mean, somebody asked me recently, what makes a great caddy? And I said, a great player. So, I mean, caddying is not, it's not rocket science. You just got to stay on your toes and keep the guy in a good mood. I mean, there's guys out here that have caddied for 30 years and have 15 victories, and they're really, truly great caddies. And I'm not saying I'm a bad caddy, but I'm certainly not the best caddy, that's for sure.
Don't sell yourself short, mister.
Well, I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's cool to be out here, but, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I'm the best caddy, because that's just not the case.
No.
Michael has been introducing his fellow caddies to a variety of St. Louis pizza. What have you done? Obie Clark's. You were doing emos last night. What else did you tell me you were doing?
I have to stop eating pizza. So in the last 5 days, I've done emos, Ferrados, Obies, then 1 day off, and then back to emos. I mean, I can't. I have to take a break.
You probably put on 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we're walking today, because if not, I'd be the size of a hippopotamus.
No.
What's the caddy spread like at Norwood?
Actually, very, very good. Sometimes on this tour, the caddy food is a little sketchy, but tip of the cap to Norwood. They really do a good job. I mean, it could be anything from pasta to chicken kebabs the other day to, Caesar salad to wraps. I mean, it's really good here. They do a great job, no doubt.
Doug. Gotta go out there.
You ever get tableside Caesar salad made for you?
Only when I'm with Iggy.
Yeah.
I'll come out there tonight and take care of the
Yeah, I
caddies.
could take care of everybody. Then you guys get more
Be a nice
emos.
little niche.
Hold on, one final question before you go, because I know you got responsibilities. Doug, the Duval-Longer-Hensby pairing going off at 12:20, right, Michael? 12:20, I think you said?
12:16.
Oh, wow. Very, very specific. Hey, Tim, can you ask Welly if he hurt himself last night? I was playing video games with Junior, and I heard him really finish strong from my master bedroom, but it sounded like he cramped up. Hope he's okay.
Oh.
That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves.
Well, it's funny that he brought that up. I got here early today, so I get some treatment on my right hamstring.
Yeah,
I need to get that
I
worked
just
out,
noticed
and,
that.
yeah, I mean,
that thrust.
if you don't go hard, why would you go at all?
That's my credo. That's exactly right, yeah.
Stay hydrated, dude.
Thank you, Doug.
All right.
Thank you, Michael. Good luck, boys.
Thanks, fellas. Have a great day.
All right,
Yes.
thanks, Welly.
Yeah, let's pull for, wonder if my high school bookie site will allow me to bet on Mark Hensby this week. He can play. I can tell you that. Not that that's a surprise. So I knew, and I'm sure he knew too, that I've had a shoulder issue.
Oh, of course he knew.
Yeah, and so I said, so I saw that you had 3 shoulder surgeries. What happened? So in 2005, he finished, I think, top 5 at the Masters, and that was the Masters where Tiger had the in your life. Have you seen anything like this? The Vern Lundquist, the ball barely rolling in with the Nike logo. Perhaps, Iggy, would you say maybe most famous shot in the 2000s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe in golf history. What would top that?
People talk about Nicklaus's putt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That may be better than most, better than most, better than most. That was also.
I think that's kind of more of, I feel like more people know about, because the Tiger thing turned into a Nike ad, and it was perfect timing with, well, either way. So Hensby, so I said, who were you paired with that day? Because he finished, I think, top 5. And he said Chad Campbell, who didn't he win like a PGA or US Open?
Think, yeah.
And he said, I was over my ball putting on the 18th when Tiger's ball went in, and I had to step away from the putt because it was the loudest roar I've heard in my career. So he was on 18, Tiger's on 16 when that ball goes in. He was top 5 in the PGA and top 5 in the US Open as well. And was that the US Open that Phil blew it on, like he hit it into the concession area when he hit driver? Either way. Point being, he was top 30 player in the world. So the reason why he fell off, he was driving along, guy cuts him off. He's driving with his son, the front seat. He reaches over, like parents are one to do, to protect their children instinctively. And in doing so, then they hit a pole, and his shoulder, like, rips. And he has to have shoulder surgery. It doesn't go well. They do it again. He can't lift his shoulder above, parallel to the ground. So they have to do it again. And then he has to have it to the point that he isn't able to really play again until 2011.
Oh.
And he said, I missed my boat. I missed my boat, mate. That was it. Top 30 player in the world, lurking at the Masters, U.S. Open, and another major, PGA or the British. And he said, I couldn't hit my 7-iron 140 yards. And I felt like he's kind of...
Yeah, it's a real shot.
Felt like I'm like, oh, is Hensby Mr. Siders?
Yeah, real sorry, Jackie.
But then he comes back out, and now I guess Wellington said he's 18th on the money list out there. So pulling for him, pulling for Michael. And they will be playing with David Duval and Bernhard Langer today. And then based on the scores, Doug, we'll find out the pairings for tomorrow. I think I might go out there tomorrow. I don't know.
And you're just a couple years away from competing on that tour yourself.
I felt like they were watching to see what's coming their way in
Scouting.
2027.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like.
They're not so much worried about the guys on the regular tour now who are in their 40s. They're worried about radio personalities.
Well, I got word that
I can see how that works.
Fincham sent word out to the Norwood and said, keep an eye on this guy, let me know, because we need a name in a few years.
That's right.
Tiger's going to be out, and we need a name, so let me know how he looks.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, was I nervous? You better believe I was nervous.
Yeah, sure. But if that's going to be your career, the second part of your life, you need to get ready for it.
Well,
I know you're already ready for it.
I've talked with Tommy and John Kiowski, and I said, hey, I'm probably going to have to miss Fridays because I'll be on the Champions Tour. And they said, we'll try to work around it. So I don't know.
Fly out Thursday afternoon.
Fly out Thursday afternoon, private.
Won't practice or anything.
And probably Jackson, too. He'll be on the bag.
I think Jackson will be on the bag.
Yeah.
I like that. Or Scott Sprinkle Ball's ex-wife's offered many times to caddy for me. Mr. Siders just texted in, lols. Doug, you like when somebody texts in lols?
No, I don't care for it.
What I liked was seeing my boy, Retief Goosen, yesterday.
I got video of Jackson watching Retief Goosen like I'd be watching Ella Reese. I mean, the man was salivating watching Retief Goosen.
Is he your boy just because he got a funny name?
No, he's a great player. Something about him. The goose was loose.
Oh.
He was one of the best in the world at one time.
Didn't he win 2 U.S. Opens?
Yeah. Still a good-looking man.
That 04 U.S. Open, I think that we were just talking about, where Phil had the lead and gave it up. The goose won, ended up winning in 04.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
And you would recognize him if you walked down the hallway.
I recognized him when he was on the tee box yesterday.
I'm not sure you did.
You said, "Is that your boy?" I was like, "Yeah, there's Retief Goosen right there."
Yeah.
I would have, even if Tim didn't say that. I would.
Probably next to L's, probably the best-known South African on the tour.
Mount Rushmore of South Africans on the PGA Tour
Gary
champions.
Player, does he count?
Well, people that are playing now.
Nelson Mandela.
Gary Player is probably the most popular of all time.
He only plays the majors.
Oh.
My buddy Gareth.
Well, Gareth.
So
Chicken
it's
wing.
Gary Player, Gareth, Nelson Mandela, and Ernie Els.
Well, my boy Goose gets left out?
Yeah, he does in that group.
Wow.
I didn't know Mandela played.
He did. Good short game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to give Jackson's butt a goosen. That's from the Pope.
Oh, gosh.
I like the Pope. He can roll
He
the
can roll
rock.
the rock. He can roll the rock. Drinks Coke. What's the better position, jackhammering or the stand and carry? Thanks. That's from Shafty McShamus. Doug?
I guess we got off the golf subject real quick, Mike. Doesn't take much. They don't even listen. They don't even
go out
listen.
there tomorrow, too, Tim. Just follow.
Yeah, Wellington,
Crowd.
yeah.
There won't be a big crowd, I wouldn't think, following him.
Well, I mean, if he's paired with Langer and Duval, but today is the only time that they're
only
scheduled
today.
pairings.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I took my, at the time he was 6, now 7-year-old last year. Super fun, beautiful weather, very, accessible. It's a great event.
Yeah. Last year I just hung out on the 18th on Saturday for a little bit, but I think I want to walk and follow that group.
Keep your car off the course.
Well, I can't park anywhere near the place, so.
That's probably why, because you drove on the course the last time.
No, it's different. We were doing a show and we parked right there. This is, it'd be bussed in.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a security video there to make sure that you stay off the cart paths.
He's
and
here.
the fairways.
He's here.
He's back.
Watch him.
With his whip. Pure Performance. Elevate your performance. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications, and they're known for the top quality work and outstanding customer service. Pure Performance, the best place to go for replacement tires for any vehicle. They don't just sell oversized tires for your trucks and off-roading vehicles. They also carry tires and wheels for your car, minivan, or SUV too. Now, the perfect time to spruce up your vehicle with Pure Performance at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles, or you can visit pureperformance.com. That's P-U-R performance.com. If you go out and check it out, ask for Shelby. They have a 25,000 square foot facility that houses the largest showroom in the area, where you can find anything and everything you might need to enhance your vehicle. After over 40 years of outfitting the best dressed vehicles in the St. Louis and St. Charles areas, you can trust that your prized investment is in great hands at Pure Performance. P-U-R performance.com, 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles. Ask for Shelby at Pure Performance. Doug, can you tell me about Mark Milton? Because I got him online at stltaxlawyer.com.
Well, that's where he is. And you might have money coming for you. Right now, you could have hundreds, maybe a couple $1,000s, but you only have until September 30th to try to get it. Time is running out to claim your St. Louis City earnings tax refund. If you lived outside of the city but had city earnings tax withheld for the tax years 2020 through 2023, you may be eligible for a refund for those teleworking days. STL Tax Lawyer Mark Milton is filing refund claims for people like you and me. You can do it yourself, or you can do what I did and hire Milty to file your earnings tax refund claim for you. He knows exactly how to do it, and he makes it work. I've already got my check. I didn't need the hassle. Maybe you don't either. Now, for his efforts, Milty does need to wet his beak just a little bit and is charging a flat fee of 15% for your total anticipated refund amount. That's not much. You just need to visit stltaxlawyer.com to get started. But again, you need to act now because the deadline coming up pretty quick, September 30th. And if you don't ask for the refund, you're not going to get it. The city isn't just going to write you a check because you got it coming. You got to ask for it. You got to go get it. So file your refund claim today with STL Tax Lawyer Mark Milton by visiting stltaxlawyer.com. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based on advertisements.
And Schaefer Door Company is the 9 o'clock hour, it used to be the 9 o'clock hour sponsor. They are the text inbox sponsor. It's Schaefer Door, SCHAEFER door.com. When you see that garage door spring break, you hear it break, and that garage door goes falling to the ground, that's when you can go to schaeferdoor.com or call or text 636-782-3608, 636-782-3608. That's going to get you the quickest response time, and they will be out there very quickly. They have Monday morning standby service for the doors that break over the weekend, and they service commercial doors as well. So if you run a business or warehouse with big, tall doors, Schaefer is experienced in these types of jobs. It's schaeferdoor.com. Schaefer Door, a Clopay Master Authorized Dealer, online at schaeferdoor.com. Send your emails in for our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Check out all of our merch, the hat, the rope hat that Jackson's wearing, TMASTLshop.com, along with the hoodie that Iggy is wearing. It's all there for you. TMASTLshop.com. We close out our Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour. Fisher Window and Door Store is online and a Marvin Door company for you at fisherwindow.com, FISCHER, fisherwindow.com. Visit their showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, Illinois, or online at fisherwindow.com. We come back with the 9 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance. Dr. Brandon Pryor taking your two-part questions at 314-881-TMA5 and the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, along with our drops of the week, all in the 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance 9 o'clock hour. This is TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
There's nothing more important than the look and feel of your home. So now's the time to make your home your retreat. Replace your tired old windows and doors with Marvin replacement products designed to improve comfort and efficiency. Fisher Window and Door Store, a reputable local company, will guide you through the entire replacement process. Their experts will help you make the right choice for your home, and they'll measure, design, and install your new windows and doors.
Hi, I'm Jim Fisher. Since 1941, the Fisher family has provided you with quality American-made building products, including Marvin Windows and Doors. Come visit one of our showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, and let us help you increase the value of your home.
Bring that distinct sense of quality to every room with Marvin. Visit Fisher Window and Doors' huge newly remodeled showroom in Brentwood or Fisher Lumber in East Alton, Illinois. Quality and comfort starts at Fisher Window and Door. Online at fisherwindow.com.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Kyer and Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Kyer and Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Kyer and Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. KyerandThompson.com.
Hustle and Heart Sports Performance is the one-stop shop for St. Louis area football-specific and athletic training located in O'Fallon, Missouri. Hustle and Heart utilizes the top trainers in St. Louis, led by its owner, 8-year NFL vet Pierre Desir. We have a 40-yard turf field, college-style weight room, red light sauna, and a state-of-the-art recovery room to service all of your athletes' needs. For more info, check out hustleandheartsportsperformance.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is now right at your fingertips here in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited about launching our Circus Sports app in Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high betting limits, tight money line splits, exceptional customer service, and more. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Start betting like a pro from anywhere in Illinois.
Get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. No insurance? No problem. 100 West Dental has a plan when you don't. For ease and affordability. Feeling nervous? Not anymore. 100 West Dental provides complete comfort during quality care. Over 350 5-star reviews agree. When you want to get your smile into winning shape, get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. Consult virtually with Dr. Pryor or book online at 100westdental.com.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s, and now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hanna with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
This is Eric Conley, the founder of Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, our substance abuse treatment goes beyond mere recovery. It's about reclaiming lives filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Our dedicated facility is more than just a place of healing. It's a beacon of hope for individuals seeking to reintegrate into society and thrive in their work, family, and community roles. Our team is ready to help. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
Another blues season is coming. Get ready for the second annual Blues and Brews event, Friday, September 20th at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Get fired up for another blues season at this outdoor street party featuring live music from country music star Matt Stell and St. Louis's own Charles Glenn Group, plus appearances by blues players and alumni, food trucks, giveaways, and more. Tickets are just $20 and on sale now. Blues and Brews, presented by Bud Light, 92.3 WIL and 101 ESPN. Find out more at TMASTL.com. KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Come back now.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After
on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Everybody's a little gay.
We take care of the four nobodies. We hit the college station and put them on the potty. Then we go to UMass. You kidding me? Thanks for the win. You giving me for free. Next war eagle coming to town. Thanks for the win. He'll freeze you clown. You clown. You clown. You clown. Missile gonna fly this year.
Fight Tiger.
Gonna leave you hurting. Missile gonna fly this year.
Fight Tiger.
Wins in the club is certain. Missile gonna fly this year. Drink got the chalk and all the funk. Missile gonna
Still think
fly
he says the
this
F word
year.
there, but we had counsel review it and they said no.
We have a linguist.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program's called The Morning After, and it's brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. Welcome to the 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance 9 o'clock hour, and joining us in studio from 100 West Dental, online at 100westdental.com, Dr. Brandon Pryor. And Doug, he's all volunteered up like Rondo.
That's where you went, Tennessee?
It's good to be back.
Did you go to Tennessee?
Did not attend Tennessee. I have family in Tennessee, so I just kind of grew up watching, and there wasn't much of a Mizzou influence in my household. So,
okay.
That's when Tennessee was winning too. You know, back in the good old days.
Well, they've had a lot of good old days.
Yeah,
Phil Fulmer.
They've been pretty good over there.
Most of my lifetime football fandom, it's been pretty treacherous.
Yeah, I've had some rough ones too.
Fulmer left.
Fulmer left.
Kiffin hired. Kiffin left us for USC.
Yeah.
Dooley.
Derek Dooley.
Get him off the field.
Butch Jones, the worst sound bites of all time.
Yeah. Jeremy Pruitt?
Jeremy Pruitt, yeah. The McDonald's bag money guy.
Yeah.
And then Heupel.
Mizzou
boy Heupel.
Yep. There it is, Doug. It's a lineage since Phil Fulmer vacated.
Do you now know who Nico is?
Nico, the quarterback.
Watch those highlights. Man, that guy's smooth.
I still don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Iamaliava.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Milton is the all-time practice quarterback. He wins starting jobs, but he can throw 100 yards downfield off his knees, but he can't hit a 5-yard slant accurately. Nico puts it in the numbers every single time.
Your Tennessee football knowledge is impressive, but it looks like in the YouTube chat, Doug, our listeners are not necessarily focused on Dr. Brandon Pryor's football knowledge.
They like his hat.
Well, John Score said, "There's that hot dentist." Chairman Kurt, who is literally next door, said he is looking very zaddy today. Don Peepee says, "Ooh, I just got a toothache."
Oh, cut it out! This is a sponsor, a doctor.
I'm coming from Don Peepee land over in the Monroe County 618.
Oh, you know Don Peepee? Is that awkward?
I don't know him, but I know he's been the only one to when I'm from Columbia, and he's from the area. I know, maybe Millstadt.
Oh, yeah.
So it's me and Don Peepee against the world.
And you have
Thelma and Louise.
You have a number of listeners who limp into your office and say, "Oh, doctor, I think I have a toothache." This is what's going on now?
I mean, that's what people come to the dentist for, so yeah.
Now we know why Savannah showed up. Yeah, they're very excited in the YouTube chat today, Brandon, because there's a girl in there, but Doug says she's a pin setter at Shrewsbury Lanes?
Right, it's not a girl.
I was monitoring the YouTube chat, but I saw that and I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was a bot.
That was my first good inclination as well.
It's AI.
Bill Reloaded said, "Oh, wow."
Come on, Bill.
He's reloaded, though.
Hey, Brandon, have you ever felt like giving out extended hugs just for fun? That's from Coaches John and Dean Ellis.
Keep it professional.
And finally, can I get more than one of my cavities filled? I'm not just talking about my mouth.
We're going to
That's
lose
from
this
MD
2020.
We can negotiate something.
Oh, don't encourage him, please.
We spent last weekend out at Silver Dollar City, Branson. On the way home, we stopped in Uranus. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Uranus Watch Factory.
Uranus, Missouri.
And they had this sign up, and it was like a combined dental and proctology clinic.
Oh, that's fun.
And it said the best cavity searches in town.
I hope they changed their gloves.
Well, no, that's part of it too. I had to take a photo of it. Let me pull this up. Uranus Dental and Proctology Clinic, $25 prostate exam and teeth cleaning. Extra $5 to change gloves.
It's nice that you get.
But with inflation, it's going to be for sure like an extra $50.
Yeah, juice is worth the squeeze.
That was probably, I don't know, 50 years ago.
Now, how about this? This is kind of hetero, so I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't want to.
Icky.
But Trimply Pibbles says, ask that cute doc if he wants to see pics of wifey. Shrimply Pibbles, doctor, is a texter who actively sends in pictures of his wife. If she is real,
we don't know.
We doubt it.
She is actually legitimately attractive.
I can help you figure that out, probably.
Look at that!
So
Look at
here's
that.
the thing. Go to my website, upper left corner, virtual consult. There's a place for you to input
you can put
some photos of your smile and or your wife. And,
you can just send them over. Yeah, it says smile or wife.
Very progressive
Upload.
office.
It is.
and I can tell you how I can help you improve that situation.
Look at that! How about that?
Gosh.
Free. It's free too. No charge for that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a free virtual consultation.
Yeah.
So it's not just dentistry advice, but lifestyle advice you're offering as well.
I put no cap on it. You know,
Is that right?
It's geared and marketed as dentistry, but you know, people want
It's
life
just a
advice.
front.
Not that I have any good advice, but
Well,
Chairman Stephen Wildwood says, I'm not gay, so can you bring in a hygienist or two next time? Thanks. That's Chairman Steve in Wildwood. Are you going to bring any of the staff?
they're always there.
That's a great answer.
I'm sure. I don't think I want to bring them on here, to be honest.
I think that was good.
And if we
Tell them what
do,
you're doing.
they're having a different name and probably wearing a mask.
yeah.
You guys couldn't handle it.
Sweet Kai, who's active this week in particular, he's at war with the Worson Woods Wacko, says, if we're sending pictures of significant others, count me in. Sugar Mama would definitely let this hunk in her mouth.
Oh, come on.
Got some sweet Kai. Jackson, and that's Jackson's good friend.
I know.
What's happened to him?
And Jackson just said, Kyle.
This can't be true. Come on. I know who he's marrying. Sweet girl.
Yeah, what's happened to him?
When did he turn into
Offer still
Alvarado
stands
listeners?
on
I
the
don't know.
dental
Good question.
cucking idea.
Dental cuckings.
You can sit in the corner
And you're going to berate them while you work on their
while I
wife's
examine
teeth?
their wife.
Yeah.
You
On a
turn around and
Davenport.
yell at
You
him
have
every day?
I'll
Davenports
do
in
the
the
old cavity search.
Oh.
Tell Kai to put his plug back in. That's some long balls. Let's say, Brandon, do you see more people missing teeth from Cottleville or Webster? And also, I have some of Doug's pubes caught in my teeth. Any good floss recommendations? That's from Sniffin' Holes. That's a two-part question. We're taking them.
It's a lousy question.
Human floss.
Cottleville or Webster?
Try some laser hair removal.
Who has the worst teeth? Cottleville or Webster?
I don't know that I actually get a lot of people from Cottleville. That's kind of far out.
Yeah, it is.
So it's more Webster.
I would say more Webster by the
Wow,
numbers.
that's a big win. That's a big win.
Yeah.
Way to dox me, Jackson Bennett Burkett. Now I've been outed. That's from Sweet Kai.
Well,
What do they think Kai stands for?
he had it coming.
Hey, Doc, what mouthwash do you suggest? More importantly, what's the craziest thing you've seen in a mouth? Ever see a stray pube? That's from caller Buzz.
Mouthwash. I don't have a huge preference if you're generally healthy. Alcohol free. Make sure it's alcohol free. I like this product called Kyer Free. Cari free.
Oh, what's going on there?
Buy it
I've
online.
never heard of this.
It's more alkaline.
More alkaline.
It's
Doug.
they have fluoride or fluoride free. It's got a newer ingredient called nano-hydroxyapatite, which is a good alternative to fluoride. A little bit more natural. But it helps balance the pH in the mouth. That's probably the biggest thing that I like it for.
I always used Cepacol, but I found with Cepacol, it bubbles in your mouth and it goes all over your face.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Listerine.
I don't know much
Listerine
about
doesn't
it.
do that.
But user experience should be played into this a little bit. If that's doing that to you, you don't need to use it. There's better things out there.
Do you ever have a patient sit down and his bad breath just knocks you over?
Yeah, sometimes.
Probably. What do you do?
I do wear a mask, but it's
Yeah.
more in public when I can see. When I can see that somebody has gum disease, it's a problem. Like,
So
if
you
can
know they're
visually
going to
see-
have a bad breeze if you see the gum disease.
Yes.
Wow.
You can see the green stuff between their teeth, the tartar buildup, all that
Oh.
red inflamed gums.
There's
It's
something with that with Johnny Depp over this last week, where like people were showing pictures of his.
oh yeah. I
rotten
mean, I've
teeth.
seen his teeth. He certainly has like the pirate teeth, like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Method acting. I think he just got veneers though.
The other question, weird things. I don't know that I've seen this in real life, but something we actually have seen or studied in the textbooks. How do I put this? You can see the mushroom stamp on the soft palate after Valentine's Day sometimes.
Oh,
That's real. That's
you might have
real.
to break out the suspension lock, y'all.
You can see the mushroom stamp.
Yeah, it's like a purple.
Oh!
Doug, you always talk
I'm not
about
gonna too much
purple-headed
detail.
derby.
Oh.
So you like the uncircumcised, huh?
Oh.
Actually, I have a poll or question maybe for
Sure.
for
Yeah,
the audience.
Doug, Dr. Brandon Pryor has
okay.
has
This has
Gallup
been a
poll.
discussion in our golf group, on the course, and we keep going back and forth on this. But let's say I have a friend who's, we'll call him Peg Curious. He wants to know,
boy.
is it
So you run the board down the hall?
is it gay? Is it gay if it's his wife doing it?
Is it gay? Well, I mean, I always thought so, but people say there's like an erogenous zone in a guy's butt.
Oh, can I say
Well,
male?
that's scientifically true.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I say male G
I got a
spot?
doctor.
Yeah.
It's a male G spot.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Jackson brought that up. So if that's the case,
Oh,
then you're
don't
just...
attribute it to me.
That's why I learned that. That's,
Jackson, you were the one who
I
found the
discovered
male.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'd never heard that
road
before.
trip with Sean William Scott.
Yeah, he was milked, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If it's with your wife, then it can't be gay. Like by definition, it couldn't
Well, it
be
could be,
gay.
it could be
Shaped
bisexual.
type object in that.
But
zone.
right, because that's associated. Like if a guy was to have sex with another guy, that's
So
all their
scientifically, it's
equipment-
not.
right because it's a woman, even though they're wielding.
Not that it
straps.
matters.
Yeah,
I know
they're
you guys
wielding.
don't shame around here,
No,
but
we
this
don't,
is
we
just-
don't.
I do.
there was a curiosity there. There was a 50-50 split, and I thought you guys had a good sample size of people out there to help really
No.
dial that in.
Chairman, you want to tweet that Gallup poll out?
What's that?
Tuned us
About the
out.
G spot?
Yeah. Yes, please.
No. Is it an indication that a gentleman is into other gentlemen
Oh yeah, I'll put it on the app.
if he wants to be on the receiving end of a strap-on?
Oh, and don't use the word wielding.
What about
I don't like that.
at the business end of a strap-on?
Business.
Shrimply Pibbles is back. He's the one offering to send in pictures of his wife. He has not at the moment yet. Hey, Doc, water picks versus floss. Also, wifey says she wants the whole package. I don't know if it's related to dentistry, though. That's from Shrimply Pibbles. Doug, what is going on
I don't know,
in
but
the Schaefer Door Company
not
text inbox?
The real answer is both, unfortunately. But if you had to pick one, I think the water pick is something that people, for some reason, adopt a little bit more easily.
Yeah.
I don't know why flossing seems so manually taxing for people.
It hurts. It hurts.
It doesn't take that. It only hurts when you don't do it enough.
Oh.
Kind of like the picking.
Oh.
But yeah, the other thing is that water pick, it gets a little messy. It's shooting water. So we'll give some of our patients those handheld ones. You can fill up with water. You can do it in the shower.
I've got
make
one of
less of a
those.
mess.
Yeah.
Do you like to do it in the shower?
No. No. What are you asking me?
He asked about the
No, just
flossing
right there at
water
the
pick.
sink. Just and
Oh, you have
stuff
the
comes
tongue
out.
of a
You didn't even know
hummingbird.
it was in there. But I won't floss. That hurts too much.
It hurts.
Let's see. Doc, serious question. Talk to me about meth mouths. I used to flip them on their bellies when that grill was torn up from being an ice head. Help us. That's when they're
Help us.
recovering alcoholic. I guess a lot of the listeners are dealing with this. You need some help.
I've seen some of that. I mean, I went to dental school in Alton, Illinois, so there was plenty of cases of that. I actually
Larry
saw
Nickel taking shrapnel.
I saw some of it this week, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough. And I tell you what, it's usually not the meth. What happens is they get dry mouth from it. They get so thirsty, and their drink of choice just happens to typically be nothing but Mountain Dew or something very similar.
Mountain Dew will wear your teeth away?
Oh, it's just straight acid. Yeah, I mean, that's what does
Is
the
that
damage to
right?
the teeth. Yeah.
Really?
So cavities are caused by bacteria that produce acid that damage the teeth. So if you're one example I had a friend who had some cavity issues. I'm like, what are you drinking, man? Like, he didn't drink soda, none of that stuff. He was drinking water all the time. I'm like, what do you put in your water? Mio, that flavored stuff. It's no calorie, no sugar, but citric acid is the main ingredient. I mean, so the acid is the problem. And that's why I talked about the mouthwash that is more pH balanced, more alkaline.
What is that again?
Cary free.
Cary free.
C-A-R-I.
Besides water, what's a good thing to drink that won't ruin your teeth?
Milk.
Really? That's about it?
Milk, Mike Lee.
No, so I have this conversation with patients a lot. I mean, once you take a drink of something, you can look up something called the Stephan curve. There's a critical pH of 5.5 below which your teeth start to demineralize. And it takes your saliva, basically 20 or so minutes to rebalance that. So I tell people everything in moderation, drink with your meals. But if you're sipping soda all day, Gatorade all day, if you're taking one little sip every 10 minutes for most of the day, you're never in a healthy state. You're always constantly in what I would call kind of the destruction zone.
Really?
So I say, as far as your teeth are concerned, I'd rather you pound a gallon of soda in 5 minutes than drink it throughout the day. It's that frequency of exposure versus the total amount. Now, I'm not going to recommend that because your body
but if given the
could
choice,
suffer metabolically. Yeah. But I do have to try to coach people who are high risk for cavities.
Yeah. It's like if you're going to commit a crime, don't linger. Do it quickly.
Yeah, get in, get out.
Yeah.
All right, one final one here. The listeners, Doug, very activated here. Jackson, your buddy's back. He's having a huge 9 o'clock hour. I'm experienced in this avenue with regard to your question, Doctor. No, pegging is not gay. Bring on the peggings. It's only gay if the male's legs are above his head whilst being pegged by wifey. Doggy is not gay. That's from Sweet Sweet Kai. So I guess that's the official word from the grounds crew up in Cape Cod. Yeah,
hammers dropped.
Yeah.
Only
Jackson,
gay
how do you
if
feel
your legs are above your head.
Yeah. That's going up Martha's Vineyard.
Sometimes you keep peeling back layers, and it's like, boy, I didn't realize the core looked like this.
Yeah. What's more uncomfortable for you, picturing your longtime friend in doggy receiving the strap-on that's being wielded, or your buddy's fiance wielding the strap-on to impale him?
Legs above his...
Legs akimbo?
Yeah, if his legs are akimbo. He always talks about, and Doctor, I don't know if you've heard about this in the medical community, but sunning your nuts.
Oh,
like
that's Kai.
Tanning your gooch and nuts.
Oh, I've seen that, like getting your vitamin D.
Yeah, so he does that a lot, so I kind of can picture him legs akimbo.
He does that?
Oh, yeah, he loves it. And
does size matter in this scenario?
He always talks about having a big old, bag.
Kai talks to you about the size of his scrotum?
He always
this is what your friend talks to
he
you
always
about?
He's the one who introduced me, and maybe to this audience, the witch's kiss, where...
I don't even want to hear what that might be.
That's a T-shirt, Chairman.
You sit down in the toilet, and your nuts hang into the water.
You'd have to be 100 years old for that to happen.
And Kai he's like 90, isn't he?
Yeah. It's kind of like a bowl of noodle soup.
It's like teabag in the toilet.
Right, essentially. So he always talks about that. So
that's where the nutsack looks like a tube sock with a couple of golf balls in there.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's more long than it is wide. I don't think it's a meaty clacker situation.
Oh, dog, you can't handle anymore.
You know what you do? You take all of these texts, screenshot them, and then use them as you're giving his toast at his wedding reception.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, a lot of people's eyeballs would fall out of their head.
Dr. Brandon Pryor, 100 West Dental, online at 100westdental.com. And for that virtual consultation, you could upload pictures of your smile or your wife, apparently, at 100westdental.com. Dr. Brandon Pryor, Doug.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, taking two-part questions. We learned a lot about medicine here today. There he is. Thank you, Dr. Brandon. There he is, Dr. Brandon Pryor, 100westdental.com.
No unit picks, though, on the...
Oh,
yeah, they might be uploaded at this point.
They're on their way.
Holy ass, Kai! You are seriously past the point of no return. May as well ask. Well, then it gets potentially ethnically insensitive, and we got to be careful. Me and Kai should talk. Thanks. That's from Long Balls.
Yeah.
I'm crying laughing right now. Thank you, boys. That's from Sweet Sweet Kai. The best position to give a pegging is when my fella is on his back. He grabs his ankles and holds them up as I slide my plastic dong in.
Oh,
Biggie, that's from the girl who wants you, Dirty Chewbacca.
I'm not that limber.
Yeah.
This is the conversation with the Mariners in town.
Yeah, you're right. And the Cardinals are only 5 back.
Christmas.
Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
You've been fighting this all show, haven't you?
It's all week. I no longer have to sneeze, but that does. God, come on. Get an ad right here. 3, 2.
Oh, you're just about to fire an ad on YouTube?
Yeah, right. Where is it?
Well, hit the lever, please. What was that?
A goat?
That's Chewbacca. That's your new lover.
Well, not anymore. She's using strap-ons to men. Not into that.
No.
And it's a guy, so.
Here's a guy who comes in to talk about dentistry. And what do we talk about? Golf balls in a tube sock.
No, you
The
talked about
witch's
that.
kiss.
I talked about that, in fairness.
Mm-hmm. Wielding.
That would be a bad beat.
Yeah. Some guy writes in, Doctor, I think I have a sore tooth.
Papa,
Yeah. Yeah, just a bunch of guys in the YouTube chat were like, ooh, I feel a little itch that I need to have scratched by the dentist.
There were more viewers for him than when there was a girl.
know, you know what, Chairman? I noticed that. Savannah goes in there and she says, I like being naughty or whatever, and we get 270 views or viewers, and then I clicked over to see the YouTube chat. They're like 299 when the doctor comes in.
Meow.
Maybe Stephen Wildwood's right. There are a lot of guys on the down low, and they found this show as their place to gather.
I just think there's a lot of enamel enthusiasts.
That's actually really interesting about, like, if you're going to drink something that's probably not good for your teeth, do it really quickly and then get that out of the
So
way
your
as
mouth
opposed
to
to
recover.
Right, as opposed to like just sipping on it. I had never heard that. That's good knowledge.
Pro tip.
Yeah. But water and milk, I guess you could drink at any time.
2%.
Send your emails in, your thoughts, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design, air, heating, and cooling email today. Coming away in about 20 minutes. Jackson, what do we have coming up on Balloon Party? If I'm not mistaken, we actually have a guest, and his name is the Colonel. And he's brought to you by James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. Gabe will be with us. We'll break down the Buffalo game. Doug, what matchup are you focused on?
I think the matchup that's going to be the key is that really key matchup that determines which team will gain the advantage. Nice. I look to see how Mizzou plays with their pad level and if they can get their hands in the dirt and maintain that good wide base. And if they can do that, I think you're going to see a heck of a ball game.
Wow.
Don't let anyone tell you you've lost your fastball, because you still got it.
Well, I'm a personnel guy at heart.
Yeah, you always have been.
Yeah.
You, Charlie Army, and Jay Zigma were responsible for the Trump candidate Jacoby Shefford draft of 2000.
That's right. And we coined the term blue feet. A fella who can run.
James Carlton's online at carltoninsurance.net, 314-961-4800. He's heading down to Columbia tomorrow, and he's heading next week for Boston College. James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency presents Gabe DeArmond on Fridays on Balloon Party, on Mondays on TMA, and he's my insurance agent. I recommend he become your insurance agent as well. That's why he's got like close to 400 5-star reviews on Google. It's James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, and that means it's time for our drops of the week.
Morning after. Drops of the week.
Yeah, you gotta drop it like a hot dog.
It's a wonderful drop.
Indeed it is.
Clip that off.
Clip that off.
Clip that off.
Do you listen because you're a swinger boy?
Guy who probably would finger you.
Look at that ass and a thong.
I don't think we talk enough about Alex Pietrangelo is a handsome man.
It's to the point where I'm too old to learn, so.
Would that help with my varicose veins?
Well, the idle mind is where the devil plays.
Because I have hot takes. I like Serbia. What do you think? 969, Jock.
I just don't like it, dude.
What are we doing? We gonna make out or something?
Shacking up with a furry?
Oh, hey. Johnny Cash, what up?
That's big.
Oh, you're so massive.
Does sweet, sweet Kai have all the parts to please a man?
Back at you, Daddy Douche.
The rope hat says, I'm a slut, but I've got some standard.
There's no such word as supposedly.
You know what I meant?
And that's that.
Boy sluts everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Drops of the Week.
Drop, 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 down, drop, drop.
Much of it taken out of context.
How can you not feel good about the fact that you went to the University of Missouri Journalism School?
Sometimes you just get the feeling you've wasted your life.
Tell me about
Just absolutely wasted it.
I couldn't disagree further. My face actually hurts from today's show from laughing so much.
Yeah, I mean, this is it.
I got a perma smile.
We could have learned to trade. Could have learned to fix a shoe or something.
You wouldn't have learned about the witch's kiss if you had.
I would have never heard about it.
Maybe if you got into plumbing. Someone wants a lower bowl.
I'm hoping the witch's kiss never plays a role in my life. And it probably won't.
Yeah, hopefully.
Fix a shoe.
Yeah, we
Like a
could get
cobbler?
How much money does a cobbler make?
Daniel
I don't
Day-Lewis
care.
did it.
It's a legitimate occupation.
Here you go, Mr. Johnson. Here's your shoe. Took
John
me
Johnson.
3 days to fix. You owe me $4.95.
Yeah, but you're helping someone get a shoe back.
You have all those nails in your mouth while you're trying to work over
Right.
it. I don't know if cobbling is as much of a cottage industry as it once was.
Probably not. There's a cobbler right around the corner from me.
Yeah, there's one off Clayton.
All right, a lot of cobbling.
There's a little bit anyway.
Who needs a shoe fix nowadays?
Well, I mean, if you like if you're a lady and you have high heels and the heel breaks off,
And you go buy a new pair.
Or if you bought a really nice, expensive pair of shoes and the heel's worn out.
Wingtips.
Yes, something in a wingtip. You can wear
Brogues.
black socks that go up to your knees with the wingtips and shorts.
Watch the hosiery. They call it hosiery.
I like that. I do like
That's
that.
a look in Bermuda.
It's not a good look.
No, it wasn't, but that was the look.
Wingtips.
Yes, they
Tall
would.
black socks.
Businessmen would wear
Busman.
Oxford shirts, tie, Bermuda shorts, black socks, and wingtips.
You can't wear tie and shorts. That's the
look
It's like
in
the
Bermuda.
prep school boy.
Yeah.
And what Pink Floyd video is that? Is that The Wall?
I just don't know.
What about school ties?
School Ties with Brandon Fraser and Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they wore shorts and ties though, and those little hats.
Another brick in the wall.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Doug. If you bang your buddy's thighs, is that gay? Some buzz.
Answer the question.
Are these guys cute, Tim?
Yeah,
That's a bad look.
That's Bermuda shorts.
It looks like what kids would have worn to day school in London 80 years ago.
Well,
Clockwork Orange.
It's an English colony, so.
Yeah, so it all stands to reason.
All right. Maybe they're compression socks to help with the blood flow.
No, that's just what they wear. I never wore that when I lived there 5 years. I never wore a pair of Bermuda shorts and socks.
Doug, you could be upset that we're talking about witches' kisses and sweet, sweet Kai getting pegged. Or we could be in New York City and handling what Michael Kay was dealing with. You know, he calls Yankees games. He's on the Yes Network. But then he also, in what has always been kind of surprising to me, is the lead on, a morning drive or afternoon drive?
I think morning.
God, what a long day.
Well, I don't think he could do afternoon if he was calling baseball games.
Chairman, could you look that up? Because, I just don't know how that's possible. Physically, he'd be dead.
He's not on WFAN, right? He's on the ESPN affiliate up there.
I've been on his show, and it was the afternoon then. That was like 8 years ago.
Okay. I would just think, based on his schedule, like that night games are going to be tough if you're doing a show in New York. Unless, like, the studio's right by the ballpark.
I wonder if they put the studio in the ballpark.
That could be the case.
KMOX has a studio, don't they? Have a studio at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Looks like Michael Kay and Dom LaGreca 3-7.
Okay, all right.
Is LaGreca the guy that has hair?
Yeah, he does. And a podcast.
Podcast everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
3-7. He's got 15 minutes to get off the air and get behind the mic?
I think they play best ofs from the Dan Marshall press conference in the last hour of the Yankees 7 earlier game. Here is Michael Kay, and Dougie's not happy with the caller.
Oh, no.
So there's this guy, J-Rock, on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, love J-Rock.
So he's advocating for people to be fired. He goes, not just Boone. Yankees need to fire Cashman and everyone at the Yes Network who's been gaslighting the fans into believing all this BS. Michael Kay is the #1 at gaslighting Yankee fans. J-Rock, come get me. Get me fired. Get me fired. Me, the big gaslighter. Get me fired. Well, are you such a simpleton that you allow yourself to be gaslit? I'm not gaslighting anybody. I speak the truth. Nobody tells me what to say. You think the Yankees like that I'm ripping Alex Verdugo right now? Go away, little boy. You're annoying.
Oh.
They're gaslighting fans. No, because you guys have something in your mind, and we're speaking our truths, and you don't like it. Worry about gaslighting in politics. Don't worry about gaslighting at the Yes Network. We don't do any gaslighting. We tell the truth. Nobody tells us what to say. Gaslighting. What a fool.
No, come on.
Silly little boy.
Get over it.
Silly little boy.
I've never heard this from you, silly little boy.
Let's fire Michael, because he's the number one guy gaslighting Yankee fans. Oh, I'm gaslighting you.
Doug, they are not happy in the Bronx, and understandably so. The Yankees are 20 games over 500.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're half game out. They're 20 games over 500. Is that an old clip?
No, this is
that
from...
a new report?
Why are you firing? We'll fire a guy in Cashman. They're 20 games over 500.
I saw some of the comments after a video where the Cardinals beat them, and Yankee fans were screaming about how horrible their bullpen is and how terrible the team is, and Cashman's got to go. And just really incredible.
Yeah.
Everyone there seems to be upset by something. Everybody, the whole town.
It's a different standard over there, man.
I'll tell you what, Doug, you loved when the Mets played the Yankees in 2000. We might have a rematch coming our way.
I liked when Roger Clemens did a bat
at Mike Piazza.
Yeah. That is wild.
The New York Metropolitans are actually taking up the Reds on asking for quarter and not giving it.
Mm-hmm.
They have won 7 in a row, and they have tracked down the Atlanta Braves and are tied for the 6th wild card spot, or the 6th playoff spot, 3rd wild card. Won 7 in a row. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are 5 back, the Giants 7.5 back, and the Cubs 4 back. Braves and Mets tied for that 3rd wild card spot. Mets are actually starting to close in on the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
They're 2.5 back. Them Padres are up 3-0 with 2 outs. Not that anybody's probably paying attention to this, honestly. I bet 99% of the population was watching the Chiefs and Ravens. But is it Kirk Meadows? Is he related to Austin Meadows?
I think they're Siamese twins.
Siamese twins. Okay, well, I mean, both were there, but it was Kirk who got credit for the grand slam with 2 outs in San Diego last night. I know no one cares about this. I could talk about anything regarding football and more people would care, but that's what happened, and so the Padres lost last night, even though they were an out away from expanding their lead in the overall wild card.
Sounds like Schiltz got to go.
You want him out
I
now?
would can him.
Gaslighting?
If his reliever gave up, that big a hit, the manager simply has to go.
Good for you. I like that. You got a good active Twitter account.
Yeah.
Power of the Furries took care of the Metropolitans again today.
Not a lot of races out there, really, to be honest with you.
No,
there's
just
kind
one.
of one,
Yeah.
and it's between the Mets and Braves.
The Athletic wrote like a week or 2 ago about yes, the MLB playoff field expanded, but there's really no races left. Like, it's kind of all decided already. Like, you on
the
Fangraphs?
Orioles and Yankees are going back and forth in the
that's
East,
close.
but then there's a 10.5 game gap between the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Guardians lead the Twins by 4. The Astros lead the Mariners by 4.5. The Phillies lead the Mets and Braves by 8. Brewers lead the Cubs by 9. And the Dodgers lead the Padres by 5. So anyway, there's that.
The Cardinals' playoff chances on Fangraphs have gone up from 0.9% to 1.4%.
Where are all the Cardinal haters now?
Here we go.
Making a little charge.
Well, I don't know what the biggest surprise would be in terms of, a team leading the division or completely out of the race.
I think the performance of the American League Central is what I would say is the most surprising thing. Again, something I realize most people probably couldn't care any less about or aren't even aware of. But, the American League Central is going to have 3 playoff teams,
Yeah.
barring a big surprise.
They're likely, maybe the NL East would be the only other division. Not true, the NL West as well, but certainly in the American League to have 3 teams with more than 85 wins, it's looking like the Royals, Twins, and Guardians could do that.
I guess if you're Texas, you're pretty disappointed. Win the championship one year and you're 5 games under and out of the race the next. Yeah. That's pretty poor.
Cardinals don't have any more games with the Braves, do they?
They do not. The only playoff team they have left is the Guardians. They got some butt asses the rest of the way, Doug, if you want some action.
Okay. White Sox still have a shot at breaking the Mets record of 120 losses.
Their win percentage is 2.2%. Is 0.22%.
You see, they have a pitcher who's lost his last 20 starts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Cardinals sign him? The White Sox are only 48 and a half games back.
Yes,
I think they won last night, didn't they?
Doug, if you're interested, $100 on the Cardinals to win the World Series, we'll pay you $50,000.
Huh. Well, that's almost worth it, isn't it?
Good for you. There you go. Now we're talking value. We're not talking likelihood.
For that, okay, I hear you. For that to happen, they would have to go on about a 9 or 10 game winning streak, sneak into the playoffs on about the last weekend of the season, and then just get hot. And if they get hot, we can win this baby.
$20,000 to win the National League pennant, plus $20,000.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, if you put $100 on them to win $50,000, and they make the playoffs, would they give you a payout before the playoffs started, you think?
I think you have an option at some places to let the book buy out your bet. Yeah. It depends, though, on the book.
I would think until they reach the World Series, you wouldn't get like a real material payout that you would be like, all right, I'll cash out for this. Like, even if they made it to the NLCS, I still don't think that they would give you, like, they might give you like twice what your bet was. And then once they get to the World Series, maybe that's like a couple $100. Just because the teams that are at the top are so clearly better.
Yeah, I don't know how quickly after your bet
cash out.
Will they give you a cash out?
No, they would give you one, but it would be.
It wouldn't be like $5,000.
No, it would be like, here, you want twice your bet, you can have it.
Yeah, it would be worth it. But if it's like $1,000, $2,000, it's almost worth it. You're betting $100 for $2,000 to make the playoffs.
If they won like 2 games in the World Series, they would probably give you a much more material cash out, like something that would be pretty tasty.
Taste me.
But at that point, might as well just write it out, Doug. Believe and believe.
So we all got to run to the betting window to get some bets down today?
Just go click, click, bitch.
Oh, I don't think I can do that in Missouri, though, can I?
Go to the IL side, Circus Sports, baby.
Show you my laptop right now.
And I think today a judge has got to decide if that's even going to be on the ballot in November in Missouri.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because they're questioning some of the signatures that they gathered to put it on the ballot.
That is correct. That was a front page story on the Post-Dispatch's site this morning. It's now not.
It's coming sooner or later. Let's just get on with it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Just have us keep going to Illinois and giving them our money over there instead of here.
And on the other side of the state, people go to Kansas. A multi-million-dollar push to legalize sports betting in Missouri is in limbo as a judge mulls whether to keep a proposed constitutional amendment on the November 5th ballot. In arguments before a Cole County judge Thursday, opponents of the proposed ballot question said they determined that the effort to collect the required amount of signatures to place the matter before voters fell short in the St. Louis area. Faced with the possibility of being removed from the ballot, supporters of legalized betting asked Circuit Judge Daniel Green to add in 652 signatures that were previously not counted. Green said to expect a quick decision. The deadline to remove proposed constitutional amendments from the November 5th ballot is 5 p.m. this coming Tuesday. Quote, these cases are not easy to do because of the time frame, Green said. At issue is a push by the Cardinals and other Missouri-based sports teams and 2 major sports betting companies to bring Missouri in line with nearly all of its surrounding states when it comes to allowing people to wager on athletic events. FanDuel and DraftKings, 2 sports betting industry giants, have pumped in most of the $6.5 million it's funded the initiative. The measure would set the sports betting tax rate at 10% and allow Missouri's franchises in the state's 13 casinos to operate retail and online sports betting. A recent St. Louis University YouGov poll of 900 likely voters found that 50% of respondents support efforts to legalize sports betting, compared with just 30% in opposition. In a day-long hearing, Attorney Mark Ellinger said Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft's office improperly counted as many as 768 signatures in the St. Louis area 1st Congressional District. Examples outlined in testimony included signatures linked to dead people, convicted felons, and people who have moved out of Missouri. But Attorney Charles Hatfield, representing a political action committee that is backing the initiative, said Green's decision should favor placing the question on the ballot in order to not disenfranchise voters. Quote, the Secretary of State's certification was proper, Hatfield said. To make the ballot, proposed initiative petitions must receive signatures from 8% of legal voters in 6 of the state's 8 congressional districts. The initial lawsuit argued that Ashcroft should have taken the statewide vote total for the 2020 gubernatorial election, multiplied that by 8%, and divided that total by 8 to get the proper signature threshold of each congressional district. Anyway, there you go. That's what's going on.
I don't know why you need votes to put it on the ballot and then have to vote again. Just have Congress, whoever's in charge of that, say, we're putting it on the ballot.
Well, it's a state's constitution.
You people want to vote? We'll find out. You want it? You don't want it? Vote. I don't know why you have to go through all these hoops to put it on a ballot.
Bureaucracy. I mispronounced that. Bureaucracy.
You want to do another take?
Yeah.
Well, they're just trying to follow.
Van,
trying to follow the
two.
law. So.
Bureaucracy. Felt good about that one.
All right.
Red tape.
We want them to follow the law, though.
Sure.
Well, I'll be in Illinois probably Saturday night. I got to, my bookie picks a good day to go on vacation in the Dominican Republic, first week of the NFL season.
So you're upset by that?
No, I'm just going to go.
Doesn't he have some? I mean, you actually have to call a guy?
No, I got a bookie.
I understand, but most guys have sites now.
You don't have a site. It's just phone call and he writes it on a piece of paper.
Wow.
He's
And you
old school.
trust him.
Well, I've been using them forever.
Sam Rothstein?
I've been using them for a while. I'll just go over to Illinois and pop in my Circa app and just start betting.
Hell yeah. It's the play.
This sums up Missouri so well. Always the last to do anything. And Arbor Day has sent in a map. From this map, it seems like it'd be surprising if Missourians opted to remain an island without sports betting, but we'll see. And it shows all of the states bordering Missouri, I guess with the exception of, Doug, what is that, like a 20-mile border with Oklahoma? All bordering states have sports betting.
I'm surprised Texas doesn't. Florida doesn't.
Florida,
Southeastern-
California, and Texas do not.
Essentially, if you're in the SEC, you don't have it, minus
Tennessee.
Arkansas has it now.
California
But Texas,
doesn't.
Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida don't have it.
And California doesn't have it either. I thought they would have been quick to get it.
Nope. California and Florida.
Wyoming's got it.
Yep. Idaho doesn't, though. So
Idaho does not.
Goes up to see the
They're
Vandals.
all worried about their potatoes.
Hey, guys, I love the civics lessons we're given to old pockets. It's like my 8-year-old is in that body and running around there. That's from Big Tuft. This is so apt. Someone capture this lunatic and lock him in jail. We all want sports gambling. It's from Harrison's Brother Master.
Well, I expect you're going to get it.
Think so?
I would bet on that you're going to get it. Yeah, I think so.
I actually don't think it's going to pass.
Not
No,
that.
I do.
I think
I do.
one
Do
day.
you really?
it'll happen.
Yeah, I think it will.
You don't think? I don't think it's going to. I don't know.
If it wasn't like if I would have been, I would have been confident in it. But it's how many times have we had this discussion and it just doesn't pass?
Somehow
There's
something happens.
There's some
I don't know.
roadblock or some bureaucracy that gets in the way of it, and it just
No,
happens every time.
The city doesn't know what to do with the money if they made it anyway.
Well, that part's
State.
true.
It'll be state money.
Yeah.
I don't know why you turn down money like that. What do you care if people want to, what they want to do with their money? Oh, they could turn into degenerate gamblers, and then we'll have homeless people, and God doesn't want people to gamble, whatever your reasoning is. It's your money. You can do what you want with it. Just pass the law, and if somebody wants to go out and blow their kids' savings, college savings on gambling, that's their problem, not yours.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER though if you have any gambling. If you have
Yeah,
gambling
that'd be a good
issues.
idea.
Guys, Florida does have gambling on the Hard Rock app. Thanks. It's from the 314-573. Let me pull it up, Doug. I'll let you know what area code 3
Yeah, I think my brother-in-law told me he made a 10-team teaser on Saturday, and he showed it
Family
to
ties.
me. And I said, I didn't think there was gambling in Florida. And I think he said he can do it on an app.
You
That's
can
how
probably
he
do
did
it at those dog tracks.
There's certainly a lot of those.
I think
are,
yeah, they got like a gambling
Certainly a lot of
boat.
horse
out in
racing you
Florida.
can bet on there, and Highline, and
What's those Greyhound
still
tracks?
have dog tracks. There's not many of them left.
Yeah,
that
dog
right?
tracks are now poker rooms.
Yeah, that's where you go play poker.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
If we didn't want homeless people, we would outlaw AM talk radio producers. That's from Zach's wife, Gummy.
I'm not homeless yet.
Is there a chance you're going to get there?
I got time.
Stay tuned.
Where would you go if you were homeless?
Depending on what time of year it was, if I had time, I would probably hitchhike my way to Florida and then just be there.
Hitchhike.
Well, I wouldn't have
With
a
a
car.
backpack or
I wouldn't have a car, so.
Stick and the bandana, all your stuff in it.
Yeah, that'd be a bitch. I'd have to give so much stuff away.
For more than one reason, it would probably be a pain in the ass.
Maybe you could sell it and then not be homeless.
Giving away your stuff. How about having a roof over your head? And
Don't
indoor
advise
plumbing?
the second job. Holy crap, it's 9:56. My goodness. I got to get into the filtered file. We got Design Air Heating and Cooling of the day. The Ravens didn't lose because of a toe being out of bounds. The Ravens lost because Lamar Jackson missed open receivers on the 2 previous plays. The man did not execute. Unlike Tim McKernan, who executed a perfect show this morning. Football always reminds me of the first time I ever saw a man give another man a wet walrus. 1984, the annual Afton Chess Club father-son football game. Gravois Creek was out of its bank, so the athletic fields were flooded. So we switched the game to our practice field at the east entrance of St. Paul Cemetery on South Rock Hill Road. Some might call it cheating because we had the dad's playbook. My buddy Jimmy's dad talks in his sleep. So my other buddy Lance had gotten some late night and after sex intel from him the night before. Their plan was simple. Give the ball to Mr. Ralston and let him just ram it down our throats. He had a Pops racer thing going on. 5'8", 310 hairy pounds.
Tough to bring down.
Like an out-of-control bowling ball down a well-oiled lane. And that well-oiled lane was our sweaty bodies. Tie game. 17 seconds on the play clock when he yelled out their secret play. Lady of the Harbor on 2. Hot! My buddy Butchie blitzed and headed for Pops. As Pops stood stiff trying to execute the Statue of Liberty play, Butchie went for the ball. Both of them. Butchie unzipped the quarterback's pant and started working his family jewels with his tongue like Sugar Ray Leonard working his speed bag. The quarterback dropped like a bag of wet cement as he emitted his rude glue, dropping the ball in the end zone. Butchie draped his own naked body on top of Pops, covering the ball with his sticky hands and Pop's face with his bald-headed giggle stick. That's from Ben, and then the last name is Demover.
Ben Demover. And this is what Miller is doing instead of working with his real estate customers. It probably took him an hour and a half to write that.
It was probably just a memory from what happened in that game. It's probably an AP story you cut and paste. How much money does a cobbler make? Thanks, Ed Young, #1 Asian intern, Brian Engine, inspiring life coach, comma cobbler. Will fix your shoes and inspire you.
I like my shoes fixed. Brian Hinchin.
Sorry to interrupt your riveting discussion about T9 texting, but I have come to you hat in hand. I hate to beg, so I'll just ask politely. Simply put, my dog was born without paws. He is pawless, and he's not alone. In fact, lots of dogs are born without paws. You've probably seen them limping around town on their little puppy nubs, patiently awaiting paw transplants. Thankfully, the Hawk Tua girl started a non-profit group called Paws for Dogs. With your donation, these pawless canines can finally get the feet they need. Paws for Dogs and their sister charity, Gatesworth for Wrinkly Old Renters, are collecting funds to provide relief. Just like the numerous peg-legged pooches who desperately need paws, some old men without retirement plans need a place to spend the rest of their days pitching their far-fetched ideas about nonsensical TV shows where dead celebrities get interviewed in heaven. Paws for Dogs has a reputation you can trust. Your donation will help local dogs in communities that are hit the hardest. Low-income areas like Webster Groves and Cottleville will greatly benefit from your generosity. Donate today before it's too late. Doug, that's from the JV Golf Coach.
Okay. JV Golf Coach.
Morning radio, guys. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to meet my idol on the 5th hole out at Norwood. Want to know who that is? It's Tim, damn it. Props to Jackson as well. Smashed a drive right down the middle. Tim, though, his drive was perfection. Better than every pro I saw. Now, onto the dirty sex. Just kidding, I'm no Kevin Miller, and I've been married for 20 years. No dirty sex here. If anyone else is out at Norwood today, I'm the cute guy in number 5. Have a great weekend, boys. Love the show. That's the Murphy Mud Monster.
Okay. Murphy Mud Monster.
And finally, I'm not going to be much good to you this morning, not after having my face melted by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard at the factory last night. There were several TMA listeners in attendance, including 2022 Fan Page Club champions Chris Heck. Rattlesnake was on another level. First ballot psilocybin Hall of Famers. No time for that now. We've got real-life girls in the YouTube chat. Well, as real as Katy Perry's nipple rings. And now we've got 279 people watching on YouTube. Now would be a good time to go ahead and treat them to an extended period of dead air while you play some obscure song from 1975 with the aux off. Ours is the type of presentation where legit journos feel free to drop in at any time and tell the producer to fart in his mouth.
Oh, God.
What did Maury Povich's dad think? I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet. And now our dental sponsor is here to field offers from the listeners to fill all of their cavities, weigh in on sunning your nuts, and what forms of anal sex are inherently gay based on how high the bottom raises his legs. We're sitting here again talking about the same things. Okay, gotta go now. I need to text this silly little boy in Miami that I'm infatuated with and introduce him to this sick AI-generated TMA all day jam. Doug, got the khakis, man. Nate, tight. All the stepdads want to take a bite. Doug, that's Buck Swope.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Buck Swope, nice little email.
That's what you didn't care for.
For the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day.
Kevin Miller worked so hard on this one, and I feel bad for his clients that had to wait. Well, wait to see what the other agent says. He's not waiting for the other agent. He's writing this email.
Yeah.
So I'm going to vote for Ben DeMauvert.
You know when you write a good email, well, you got to go, Tim. I was going to say, I picture what's going on in his emails. I'm actually picturing guys tackling each other and going in their butts.
Oh,
so hot.
gosh.
So when I can start thinking about what your email's doing, you've done a good job. So I'm also going to go Kevin Miller.
Yeah, vivid description wins. Kevin Miller is really dangerous this month, Doug. I think he's on a mission. And he has just taken the lead in the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the month standings. You want to support the EDF Group as a sponsor of TMA? It's real simple. They have a fire extinguisher where you work. The answer is yes, you certainly do. So please email the EDF Group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF Group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF Group is hot and will prevent your facility from having hot fires. Experience the EDF Group difference. Learn more at theedfgroup.com. Time for us to go. Balloon party coming up with the Colonel, Gabriel P. DeArmond, brought to you by James Carlton. For Jackson Bennett Burkett, Chairman Kurt, Kenneth Iggy Strode, my brother Kevin, and Douglas Sullivan Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Another blues season is coming. Get ready for the second annual Blues and Brews event.